Hello, and here we go. Maybe not quite yet, but Giant Bomb's coverage of press conferences of E3 2016 is damn near over. We're setting up for our final press conference of the day, our final live stream of the day. Thanks for everyone who's been hanging out all day. Or if you're just joining us now, that's cool too. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, accommodating.
It's a big one tonight.
I hope your evening is going well.
Yeah. You know? Yeah. Or morning. We don't know where you are.
Anywhere in the world.
The World Wide Web. We haven't switched over to Swatch Internet time yet, so we don't know what time it is in other parts of the world. It can be dark there.
How many beats are we talking?
I could look it up, but I don't want to stop this thing going. I'm Jeff Gerstmann. Hello. I'm joined here by Austin Walker.
Hey.
And Dan Reichert.
Hello.
How's it going, you guys?
Great. Good.
Good?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Down there we got Alex Navarro.
Hi.
Hey, what's up down there?
I'm good.
He's not a downer. He's definitely not a
No,
downer.
no. He took his joy.
He definitely took his joy.
Oh my God.
Vinny Caravella.
He moped.
Feeling great.
What's it like down there on that end of the table?
Awesome.
I'm getting kind of weird. I don't know if I trust these.
Vinny, are you okay?
Cats are all.
Yeah.
Vinny, are you okay?
Brad Shoemaker. What's the word?
It's a little warm in here.
Yeah. All right.
That always feels good.
This is nice.
Okay.
It's the hot strategy.
Yeah. No,
good.
that's
Hot tip.
these cold drinks are really saving the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's saving the day?
What's that?
Video games.
Video games.
Video games.
Save any day with video
Always
games.
saving the day.
Save your game and then save the day.
Yes. With
That's
video
video
games. That's what we're here to talk about.
Yeah. No, we're here to
All
talk
day.
about Sony PlayStation video games, which are coming up here pretty soon in 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, something like that.
Yeah. I'm excited.
That should be pretty hot.
Yeah.
It's one of the big two, I guess.
Oh, come on.
Microsoft this
here,
morning.
Yeah, I
mean,
I'm really curious to see what happens, like whether or not they shuffle the plans up and are going to tease a Neo after
I
the
think-
Scorpio stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I think I bet that they would have probably planned to say roughly what Andrew House said recently about
Yeah.
we'll talk about the future of the PlayStation in the future. You know,
But I feel like it maybe makes them look a little overly reactionary if they immediately respond to that
Because
after
they-
just saying like
Totally.
4 days ago, hey, we're not going to talk about
the
it.
thing that's frustrating there is, and I've been trying to figure this out, and I spent some time talking to a couple people who are developers about these two strategies. And if the Neo is supposed to launch by Q1 next year, that's not a lot of run-up time. Whereas the Scorpio is supposed to launch at the end of the year next year. And if you're a developer, one of those gives you the time to figure out how to do this, and the other doesn't. And so in some ways, I would really like to see Sony figure out a way to message this within the next month or two. Otherwise, it's going to happen that quick.
Well, time and more power.
Yeah,
right?
totally.
So you're saying what Phil Spencer said was actually just a big dig when he was like, yeah, we want to announce this because we want to give people time to develop on it.
That is literally what I've heard from developers since that conference.
Really?
Yes.
yeah. Sure, it makes total sense.
So maybe
that
Sony gets
that
out there-
line would have made its way into that script by someone going, "Yeah, fuck these guys."
Yes.
Huh.
So.
Well,
Well, maybe they'll be like, hey, we've already got amazing games that
Totally.
run really well on our platform.
40 million people can't be wrong.
yeah, they have the sales story to tell, which
Yeah.
is powerful too. And looking at what they have disclosed to developers, when you had that story on the site, the numbers are out there. That stuff is out there and around. Developers have been disclosed. They're working on getting their games. Unless something has changed since then, which I don't believe is the case. They're still working towards that assumption that their games need to be Neo compatible in October.
Yep.
Or if they're shipping in October or later, they need to have accounted for this thing. So they'll have dev kits. Even if Sony's not out there talking about it and talking about the messaging, the dev end of it is probably
Yeah.
rolling.
And they could have a video just like that just doesn't go into specifics, that says we're really excited about the future of the PlayStation brand and what that's going to deliver, and HDR is cool.
Also
HDR is super cool.
4K TVs.
It's very important.
Sony, we make those. We make the TV
Yeah,
and
we
the
make a
console.
TV.
End-to-end solution we've got here. Very
Yeah, that's
custom.
right. Cradle to grave.
Yeah. What's a Microsoft TV? What's that? Microsoft doesn't make TVs. We
my
make
computer.
TVs. Yeah. What does Microsoft make?
Yeah.
Phones?
They're just there scratching the surface.
Yeah. Were you going to play games on a Nokia? No. How well did that work last
They
time?
don't even do that anymore.
Yeah.
No.
Engage is back. That's going to be the next
there's a-
pivot.
What if there's a new Pets game, right? And it's on the Neo.
Go on.
Oh, okay.
And they call it Pets on the Neo.
Okay.
See where you're going.
Yeah, what if they did that?
That would be pretty
Well, so they couldn't do that because it also would have to run on the original PlayStation 4 as
Right.
per the documentation. And there's a whole thing. They can't have Neo exclusive products. So
Did Did House use the word Neo in that interview?
I don't believe
No.
it.
He just kind of vaguely
I mean,
said.
that's
new
their internal
PlayStation.
code name.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
So it's
well,
not.
I asked because I was really surprised to see the word Scorpio make it into that presentation this
Yeah.
morning.
That's a code name, right?
It is. But
It's like Nintendo saying
Project
Revolution.
Scorpio.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
also,
sure. Yeah.
Scorpio is a cool fucking word.
It's not bad. It's not
You know,
bad.
that's a man with an eye patch kicks out going, I'm here to talk to you about Project Scorpio.
As
in
a
Cobra.
Scorpio myself,
Yeah.
let me tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Scorpios
clanging
are
axes
dope.
together and just fucking telling you about Project Scorpio.
On the top of a rattler.
Yeah.
That's
It's probably better than like a succession of Matrix characters.
Yeah.
When you get down to project code names.
Right. Yeah. The
so. What else? What are we expecting?
software.
Yeah, games.
VR software.
Games and VR.
Regular software. Software out software.
Okay.
Games.
Games
that's,
and VR.
That's what I think is how
So
the
he's
Vita going to go.
People in VR or trailers with like this is a simulated VR experience.
I think it'll probably end up being both. I think they'll probably have to do some of each depending on the game. I guess I don't know. They will probably. I'm guessing they will have the largest slate of VR demos in their thing. You know, you
course.
saw Ubisoft kind of breached it a little bit there and had some VR stuff in their set. But yeah, you know, Sony's putting out the headset, so they've got to sell it. They've got a lot of games coming to that thing.
Is there a price on that?
400, I think.
Is that announced official or is that?
Yeah, they,
rumor?
Yeah,
I
they
think
came out with
pre-order.
price.
Yeah.
400 just for the headset.
Yeah, that's
Not
so
for the
you would
move.
need
Yeah.
move controllers
And
and
a camera.
Camera.
And a camera.
I think
And a
the bundle
PlayStation.
is 5. Is that right?
I believe that's right.
Yeah.
I believe that's right.
What
so.
was that Insomniac game? Was that specific to PlayStation?
No, no,
That
no,
was
no,
an
that's
Oculus
out.
thing,
No,
right?
that's an Oculus game.
That's out on
came out.
Rift right now.
That's out now?
Yeah, that's
Yes,
out.
that
It
is
came out
out.
last
Came
week.
out last week.
Oh.
Do
So we'll
we-
take a look at that when we get back.
Yeah.
Do we see that Dream Maker movie game?
Dreams.
Dreams. Yeah, maybe.
They showed that at the PlayStation Experience. They had a build of that there too. So, yeah, maybe.
I want to say I saw some new footage get out for that a couple days ago.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I would expect that. Well, I mean, they've shown it in a conference, so
Yeah.
maybe they don't need to double down on it unless there's something very elaborate and new to say about it.
Is that the
VR.
Media Molecule thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. What else? Gran Turismo.
Like, yeah, Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
They put out a trailer for that recently. I think they'll have to. GT's a big enough deal.
They'll probably do something with it, although I kind of get the sense they're de-emphasizing it a little bit. Like they canceled the beta.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they straight up
Interesting.
came out and said it would have impacted production schedules.
I was going to
so-
say that doesn't sound like de-emphasizing it. That sounds like it's.
We need
things
this
are
game to
going
be
on.
done.
Well, that's what I mean.
But,
Like they're not pushing it as hard because like they canceled the beta and they didn't book a meeting with us for the show. Like this just kind of out there to play.
Oh well.
So they're just kind of letting it happen.
Harmonix Music VR stuff?
Oh.
Yeah, I saw that prior to the show, and that would probably make sense. I mean, I imagine that there will be VR all over this thing in the form of a montage and actual demos and stuff like that. I don't know that I would put Harmonix Music VR on its own demo,
Sure.
but you know, I think it absolutely gets mentioned at some point because I think they're going to want to establish like we've got a lengthy list. A long-ass list of products
built
coming
the
to
list.
PlayStation VR. We have built the list
Yeah.
for PlayStation VR. Shenmue 3, VR exclusive. You know, hey, here's this stuff. You should buy one of these things.
Yep. Big montage.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
going to be like their last, or not their last, but definitely like probably their biggest stage to say, here's why you want to get a PlayStation VR. So
With a
I
bunch of
expect that
developer
to be.
logos, like, oh, here's all the people who got Harmonix.
I think they're
we
past
got-
that. Like they're like here
Oh, yeah.
games. Like
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
titles
Oh, yeah.
at
These
this
are
point.
the, this is the
It's
software
not-
lineup you will be buying
launch
into.
lineup stuff.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense for them at this point. You know,
Yeah.
I think they have to continue to try to sell that to people. You know, because VR is there are people that are very skeptical about VR.
Yep. And
so-
like Fallout the other night was like the first real big ass video game that's been announced for one of those things. So like they need to step up with some of that stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Let's see some like AAA level, like all right, fund some big projects and like make a case for this thing.
Right. Yeah. Sony and you know, and maybe you know they'll probably have some first party announcements that would theoretically maybe one of those could be a big VR game.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Killzone. Oh, no, they
Sure,
got
I mean,
the
you know,
Robot Dinosaur game.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, like a Killzone VR game would not be the worst idea in the world. I
guess
think
not.
there's something to be said for first person shooting being like, here's a very familiar mainstream genre. And now you can hold the gun.
Yeah,
Like that's
yeah,
that's
true.
a good way.
That's true.
You can wrap your mind around that very
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that that's going to be an amazing game.
Right.
but
Right.
you could wrap your mind around how that would work and
PlayStation-
what that would add.
They like to show Killzone early on too, like with PS4, Shadowfall was the thing, and then that thing.
How you handle player movement is the thing I don't get.
Right. So
a
last
VR
year, that
first
demo they
person
had,
shooter.
that Impulse Gear was
yeah.
working on. So maybe that thing has become a game since then.
Maybe so.
Probably,
Yeah,
right?
I guess
mean,
it probably has actually. But that thing, like the shooting, was incredible in that. But
Yeah,
the moving,
but the
would
movement
not
was
feel,
the analog stick on
Yeah.
the sub controller for
Yeah.
the PlayStation Move, which I thought was
okay.
fine. But yeah,
But you're only moving like
it was
and
slow.
You had
like,
you had
actually
to look like with this.
I
it was-
wanted 10 times the movement speed out of that. And it's
yeah.
the thing that they were very much like, well, we have to, we had to make the scale out because so you can make it move faster than normally because if it moves too fast, you get sick.
Yeah.
But in my experience with playing stuff on the Vive and playing stuff on the Rift, it's not a problem for me. I don't know how widespread it is. Like I feel like the worry that people have had about motion sickness hasn't really come to pass. I haven't heard of a lot of people like getting sick or having problems with it. So I wonder if we would be able to push it further, or if that's just because it hasn't gone mainstream yet.
Yeah, it hasn't gotten out there to
To enough people to where
I mean, it makes sense to play it safe right now. Like you don't want people's first experience with the thing to be miserable.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So that's a consideration.
What else? Do you think any of the big ones last year that everyone got so excited about, of Shenmue, Final Fantasy VII, and
I would
Last Guardian?
I bet there is not a trace of Shenmue.
I think
Me too.
7 is the
Yeah.
only of those that we
Yeah.
actually
You
see.
don't even get any Last Guardian.
No.
No, you get a trailer,
I think
and we get a release date.
Maybe
Maybe
a
a
trailer,
date.
but mostly a release date.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
That's all you
that's
need.
what they need at this point.
Yeah.
I
And-
think it would be a mistake to devote to have a long demo of
Unless
that game
there's
on
something,
stage.
like I said, unless there's something big and new to show
Yeah.
there that we haven't already
Yeah.
seen. Yeah, like that's a release date.
Yeah, but I think Final Fantasy VII makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
That seems like a game already.
Yeah,
they
that
had
seems like
footage
something
to show
they
that
would- they
already,
would
so, yeah.
follow up on here.
Nope.
Shenmue, no way. No Man's Sky, no way.
Yep.
The God of War.
The God of
Yeah.
War.
Yeah, I assume.
Yeah.
We kind of expect that to be one of the big announcements.
Yeah, that seems like
We're all
something that-
excited about it.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
is that the God of War you drew?
I drew the God of War.
I thought that was like Lightning
it's
Shrek.
it's a Viking God of War.
Okay,
Really bad.
Viking God of War.
You
I
see
couldn't
real
remember if
mad?
it was like
That
the David
looks like
Bowie
really
like
awful
built,
David
or-
Bowie
I was
fan
gonna
art,
say
yeah.
it looks like
Yeah.
Quan Chi found a helmet in front
Yeah.
of the Chuck E. Cheese.
I don't know much about Vikings or where Kratos' lightning bolt goes.
Yeah, Quan Chi redrew his Twitter icon to celebrate David Bowie.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Sweet
It's a
guy.
good tribute. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
We have to do our own things.
That's bad work. And yeah, and Call of Duty
Sure.
would be here.
Yeah.
Campaign
See how that
stuff.
goes
Yeah,
over.
yeah. I want to see how that goes. I want to see how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you feeling that in your stomach?
Oh man, like the last 2 or 3 years worth of Call of Duty demos, I'm just like,
You think you're done with them?
okay. Oh yeah.
But they're in space now. It's a fight against the people that live on the
guess.
frontier. Like it's the story. It's the space story of people of Earth fighting against people who don't live on Earth.
Yes.
That every good
anything.
I will say
story
it
is.
seems like it's the reverse of like what you normally get, which is like, oh, you get like the hard working frontier people, and then like
Yeah.
the corrupt bureaucity of Earth.
Yeah, no,
It seems
this
like
is-
no, the frontier people are like, no, fuck Earth.
Yeah.
We're taking over.
Right.
So
And you have to, I mean, whatever. In all those games, you work for the government.
You work for the government.
You
That's
work
true.
for the most establishment of establishments.
That's
You work for the ghosts.
Yeah, the ghosts were the government, Dan.
Oh yeah.
Are we too close to any more Bloodborne stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dark
they
Souls 3 just came out.
what about Dark Souls DLC?
They're done. They're done with it.
Is that a thing that's happening?
Microsoft had Dark Souls last year. I
Okay.
assume they put some money into the marketing for that. So I doubt Sony would have that.
Yeah. That would be weird.
Yeah.
You could devote your time better, I think.
Yeah, and they're done
Yeah.
with Bloodborne. They said they
Yeah.
weren't making any more DLC or anything.
Yeah.
I'm going to see more of that.
Oh, you know what?
Detroit game.
Actually, From Software has been talking. Like they
Yes.
got 3 things
Three
going.
things.
Right.
One is
Maybe-
like a medieval fantasy thing that's like not Dark Souls, but
Yeah.
similar
Yeah.
medieval fantasy.
Yeah.
One is like something completely new,
Cookies and cream.
cookies and cream too. And then I forget what the third thing is.
Didn't they hint that it might be Armored Core?
I mean, Miyazaki said like, "Oh, we can't not do another Armored Core."
Yeah.
Like I got my start at Armored Core. It has to be a thing we do. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to see that.
I
I
So
don't know if
maybe
it's
second
the
one
same
was-
amount of immediacy that he does for that, but I understand
Right.
what he's saying.
The second thing that they said was a reboot of some sort, like returning to a previous franchise and reimagining.
Kingsfield, let's go.
Togi.
Yeah.
Field, let's do it.
Yeah. Maybe one of those gets revealed here. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'd be up
that
for
would
that.
certainly be possible.
Do we see much more of Detroit this time around?
Oh boy.
Maybe.
I could see that. I'd say
Maybe.
50-50 on that.
Yeah.
Probably.
I could see them
They're
mentioning
making
that
the
here.
rounds,
Yeah.
based
Yeah.
on what I've seen from Twitter. So,
Yeah, we do have a meeting for that. So
yes.
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Destiny, it seems like they're continuing their relationship with PlayStation, but
Yeah,
they
but I
announced all
don't-
that stuff
yeah.
last week. So
I
maybe
think it's-
that announcement tips like the hey, we're not in the press conference sort of thing.
The long tail on Destiny is
Yeah.
getting increasingly thin.
There was like a couple months ago now. There were some voice actor leaks or CG leaks from some artist or something for a Shadow of Mordor sequel.
Sure.
That
be here? Yeah.
that would be
Okay.
a big enough
Yeah,
thing to
put in a
this
press
might be
conference?
this might be the
Absolutely.
time to
That-
say something like that.
that would
Yeah.
be worth a press conference slot. Sure.
Some
Oh,
people
man.
said that game was Game of the Year. That year.
yeah,
So,
I
you
heard
know,
it's-
if you
I
were
heard it's
announcing
quite-
a sequel, maybe that would be a big deal.
Do you
It's
think
quite
that's
good.
Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor 2? Do you think it's Shadows of something else? Do you think it's
Couldn't they
Middle
just say
Earth?
Shadow of Mordor now? Like just that too.
Yeah, they could.
But
Yeah.
that
It's
I don't,
boring.
I don't need that. I don't need more of exactly that. You know.
What if they just called it Mordor 2?
How about if they called it Mordor?
What if they called it SOM 2?
God damn it.
Okay.
Austin and I talked about this the other night.
Some
like,
more, some more, some more
Some
door.
Mordor.
Okay, I'm with you.
We'll see.
Lord of the Middle Earth. Fuck.
A little more door.
A little Mordor.
Take it, run it, stop the press. This is what I'm
And a lot
starting
more
late.
action.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, Phantom Dust. There's a Phantom Dust remaster.
Is
I
this,
pointed at
that's
this
here?
camera.
That's happening? Here?
Not
Sony's
here.
has a Phantom Dust.
Sony
They picked
fucking
it up.
kicked down the door.
They said, if you're not going to make it, we
Right.
will, motherfuckers.
That while we were gone, someone tweeted me and was like, "Oh, hey, look at this!" And it was a trailer for a Phantom Dust remaster.
So-
not like a heavy remaster, but like they're putting that game out again on Xbox One and PC with Xbox Live, like again.
Sure.
I'm
Yeah.
very excited about this. I
It's,
like
it's
that
good
game
that
a
that
lot.
thing is, well,
Yes.
no, I guess that thing isn't happening. This is
I'm
maybe a
just
separate
as happy
thing. But
for this
well, yeah.
remaster as a sequel. Like, just
Sure.
let me play that game.
Sure, sure.
I like it a bunch.
Yeah, so Microsoft's doing that. They just didn't mention it in their press conference.
think
Well,
we're
looks like we're going.
We are
Hey.
rolling.
Let's put these headphones on and
quick.
Oh, they have an orchestra.
Oh,
Your God of War theme.
Oh,
No.
yes, please.
that's some classical architecture.
Oh, it's the Mod
Yeah.
Nation Racers theme.
That's Mod Nation Racers music.
Jumping Flash. Oh, this is totally God of War, isn't it?
How do we feel about God of War? What's the?
It's so good.
I like God of War a lot.
I love God of War.
Thought the first one was quite impressive.
Okay.
3 great games, 1 pretty good game.
Like I would never.
2 good portable games.
I don't think I would dig my heels in for God of War, but I really enjoyed playing it.
Okay. Like if it was a game of the year situation, you wouldn't.
It depends what it is. Like,
Sure.
there was a God of War I really liked when it first came out.
When God of War 2
God of
came
War.
out, it was one of the best action games I'd ever played.
The God of
Great.
War.
Oh.
You think they mentioned Vita?
No.
Not really.
Do you think the word is mentioned?
If they do, it's only in context of an indie game that is cross-buy.
Yes. Yeah. I think we
Absolutely.
hear the word at least once. I
But
don't
if
think
you only
anything
hear it as
substantial.
and Vita,
Yeah.
break for applause that does not come,
Right.
then they move on.
Me too. I like my Vita. I don't have anything to play on it, but I like it. This is your favorite song,
This
right?
is not a recognizable tune
From
to
God of
me.
War?
This conference is totally going to be 2 hours, isn't it?
That's a big curtain.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if this is this supposed to be iconic music of?
This isn't like recognizable theme music stuff, but it certainly evokes God of War.
Gotcha. I want the curtain to
I
pull
think
back
this could
and
evoke a ton of stuff, though.
Yeah, anything
This could
that is
evoke
vaguely
Triple H
grim.
walking.
I want like.
Rusev is coming out.
Yeah.
This is the music that plays when I use the bathroom.
Okay.
Is it?
Jesus. Yeah, it's kind of a thing.
You got one of those toilet seats
Or
with
this
the...
is like Castlevania Lords of Shadow 3. Like,
Right.
sounds like that game.
Yeah. I want
No.
the curtain to open and then like the Rushmore Max version of
Yes.
a God of War play to happen.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like super sad Kratos and like ridiculous special effects.
Just a bunch of little kids.
Yes.
It's a really sad Crash Bandicoot game. Just like,
Here's the gritty reboot you wanted, motherfuckers! Ma'am? Yes? All right.
This is a lot for a Patapon sequel, but hey, you know.
All right.
Great.
That'd be okay. Yeah, this is.
Could be Loco Roco.
Biz Marquee comes out and joins in. Nobody beats the Biz.
I don't think vocal cords are supposed to do that.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I'm just mystified by it.
Look at this dude. Yeah. Guy's into it.
Is that Frank Crescente?
Yeah, he's out here.
New gig.
Yep. Still in games, but walking across the aisle, you know?
Whatever makes him happy.
This is ska, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is ska.
This is super ska. Come on, raise it or separate it.
No.
Oh, would you like them to pick it up?
Every time they pan out, I feel like I see the curtain raising, and then I
Is she okay?
She's
She's singing.
She's really low in the mix.
Yeah.
The whole mix is really intense.
I bet this sounds awesome there.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I just still don't understand what it is we're watching or listening to.
It's getting you excited for God of War.
It's not working.
God of War 4. There we go.
No, 5, actually not really 4, but 5. Yeah,
Actually, more
whatever.
like 6.
Vikings now.
7, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, the mobile, there's the mobile one.
No.
Maybe it's 8.
Oh my god.
what if this goes nowhere?
I think it went nowhere.
I think you might be right.
But are they going to be here for the whole show?
I think you're right.
That's just Andrew House's theme.
Or maybe they're going to run a trailer.
Trailer. If they live score the trailer, I'll be impressed.
That dumb hammer doesn't scare me. Oh
This is totally it.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's
That
totally
is,
it.
That is totally a kid in Viking
Kid Kratos?
in
Kid Viking Kratos?
Viking garb.
Oh my God. The kid's gonna be cool.
Wait, what's going on in the like?
They are live.
They're live scoring.
Live
Mother's
scoring.
knife.
Awesome.
It belongs to you now.
The TC Carson?
Was that Kratos?
I don't know.
Did Kratos' son become a Viking?
What for?
A test. She taught you to hunt, yes?
Yes, sir.
Then show me what you know. I am hungry.
Bearded Kratos! Alcoholic Dad Kratos!
Yes.
It's just the Gears thing.
I'm hungry. Feed us.
GOW games.
What are we hunting?
You are hunting deer.
Which way?
Your hunt.
Oh man, I want to play as the kid.
And I am hunting
Is
you.
that a question?
Wait, what time period would the old God of War have been set in? With all the Greek
Band
stuff?
of mythology. The thing you're thinking of is
It
mythology.
was like loosely based on, I know the gods weren't real, but like,
1492. The founding of America was
Yeah.
the original.
so
God of War
this would have to be a different character if it was Vikings, right? Like Vikings and the Greek stuff didn't overlap.
I mean, some of it
It's magic.
theoretic.
It's,
yeah,
yeah,
I,
like,
no,
the things you're talking about are not
This way.
real.
So I know, but lore-wise.
Woo.
I like the God of War lore.
All right.
These are not a historical account.
Knowledge gained.
Knowledge gained.
Is an RPG.
You know what? I should qualify my earlier statements by saying if this is a totally different kind of game, I am totally interested.
No, I want old God of War.
boy.
No, fuck that.
Oh man, what if
No, I want
everyone
Last
but
of Us God
Dan
of War.
Not
is
simply
excited about this game? What if Dan is the only one who isn't interested
Devil May
about
Cry
that would
it?
make me really happy.
If this is not the same fucking square triangle character action game, and
It's
it's
like a Last
something,
of Us
and it's
God of
something
War.
else, like
Yeah,
I
totally,
you
yes.
totally
That
got
would be
That sounds kind of cool.
You've totally got my attention.
Good to know.
There it is.
Hold. What are you doing?
Oh, don't be shitty, Dad, Kratos.
Only fire. Only fire. When I tell you to fire.
There's like rage meter boiling.
Yeah.
See that in the top left?
Yeah.
Do not be
Disappointment and sun meter.
Fuck.
soft. Be better. Find it.
Beard's all right.
Find it.
And then he just kills the kid.
Yep.
Kratos design maybe a little on the nose.
Yeah. They went very wildling with it.
No! You are not ready! Stay back!
What's that dude's deal?
Is this totally like Resident Evil 4?
Yeah, what is this?
This over the shoulder?
This is
Oh, still God of War.
All right.
huh.
Hey,
What you need? You need your axe. No, you don't.
No,
You don't
no.
need your axe, I guess.
You should pick a different neighborhood.
Yeah.
Right
School
outside.
district is nice though.
Okay. Jeez.
I knew something fell off about the forest.
Keep moving.
Oh, you can just do that?
Yeah, Dad.
Hey, Dad, maybe teach
If
me
you
that
give me
one.
my bow, I can help you fight. I'm ready.
You have yet to prove that.
I need a chance.
You had a
I
chance.
need another.
Then find that deer.
Shithead.
Just some really good parenting going on here all around.
Get your old man a beer.
Yeah.
Back away, boy! Here's your chance. Show me already.
Do you control the kid here?
Got my boombox.
Back up, get a breathing, and space yourself.
Looks so different.
You want to me.
A little bit of a Dark Souls vibe off this boss.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep, getting those ankles.
Big deliberate lumbering strikes
Yeah.
and rolling out of the way and
Yeah.
stuff.
Is that meter draining as he swings?
Is that a stamina
Oh, is
meter?
it?
Did they turn? Oh,
That could actually be really cool.
Shoot it.
Damn.
You got a taser?
how'd you fucking miss that deer?
His range meter wasn't
Oh,
filled.
okay, I see.
Knock him off the cliff.
Okay,
Yep.
Spartan Rage? What?
I mean, it's still Kratos.
Yeah.
Like,
He's still a
He
Spartan.
just moved to Norway or whatever.
wait. Surely they're not suggesting this is actually the same character.
Yeah, no, that's Kratos.
Yeah. I think there's like a.
I assumed this was just sort of spiritually, here is another version of Kratos.
No, I think he got old and had a kid.
And moved.
Right.
Yeah.
So Norway?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you not play the portable games?
Oh, that looks
Oh,
great.
I'm sorry. I didn't read that last novel.
It's gonna hurt.
What are you doing?
Well, it's hard to shoot bows.
Come on, you're Kratos' kid.
I'm the God of War now. Am I gonna get punished?
Yeah, I
Hey, you did hit him that one time.
So sorry.
I am. Don't get mad, Dad.
Yeah.
Deer is getting away.
You're still on this deer thing. All right.
Yes, sir.
Dad, maybe we should
Focus.
talk. Maybe we should talk about this, Dad.
Yeah.
Dad.
I've been. You get
that
really
your
angry
beer?
sometimes, Dad.
Dad.
Is that TC Carson? I can't tell if it's the
It
same
is
voice or
definitely
not.
the same voice.
Okay.
He's just doing a slightly like older, gruffer, already gruffer version of
That also. So is
Discovered?
it open world-ish?
Oh,
Think maybe like
man.
Tomb Raider-y? Like
Yeah,
Tomb
like, I'm
Raider
getting
is
kind of a Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Kind of a
Rise of the Tomb
little
Raider
bit of this. Yeah,
with
like,
Dark Souls-y melee stuff,
Dude.
but still cinematic,
Wow.
like still like.
good on them for doing something different with God of War.
They just straight up peeled out the whole structure of the old
Yeah,
games.
yeah.
Choose to that part.
When
Talk
it
about
is
his
time
mother.
for you to learn.
Stick to your lane. There will be creeps coming soon.
I still think it's totally insane that this is just the same dude. He just took
I
up.
love it.
It doesn't necessarily have to be. I don't know that we know anything one way or the
I
other.
just said Spartan Rage. That's all.
Yeah,
That's the only.
For my mark.
Really looks like Kratos.
I know, but I just thought it was like a reboot-ish kind of reimagining type thing.
It is simply a
I gotta
target.
draw a beard on him.
Clear your mind.
Yeah.
Exhale and release.
I got it.
Good.
I actually kind of like it if it's ambiguous, whether or not it's the Kratos.
Yeah, like it's not like,
should
hey,
just-
remember when your wife and kid's ashes went on your body?
They should
You're
call
that
this
Kratos.
Son of God of War.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh huh. Son of War is actually kind of
So
a
that's,
cool name.
so that's pretty good.
Your knife.
Trim my beard.
No.
It's your kill.
Finish what you started.
It's like Brock Lesnar raising his kids.
Oh God.
Give it a clean death.
deer has some magic antlers.
I can't.
Quick time event.
Now you're a murderer like me. How does it feel?
Don't say you're sorry. Just don't do it. I think there's no way they give this a numbered title. It's probably just like God of War or Son of War or something. Yeah, there's no number on this.
Now you are ready.
Now do the same to me.
A new beginning.
So you're gonna be the kid?
Oh.
Oh.
What? Also, there's dragons.
Yeah.
Are there dragons in Norse mythology?
We go to Valhalla, baby.
There's your reboot.
No subtitle. No
No
subtitle.
subtitle?
Yep. Cool.
Wow.
I mean, if they just said like, God of War Valhalla or something,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
fine, just no number. I like it's a new start. Yeah,
Yeah.
by all means. That looks awesome.
Yeah, I'm happy they're shaking it up.
They made a God
Yeah.
of War thing
Yeah.
I will pay attention
Me
to.
too, which is impressive.
I did not.
Sean Layden.
I did not give them credit to have
Me either. Bad on me.
to be brave enough to totally reinvent that thing.
It was the time for it with that series, though.
Yep.
Oh, I totally 100%
Absolutely.
agree.
Even me, who like loves that series, Ascension. By that point, I was like,
Yeah.
all right, yeah, I get it. It's
Yeah.
cool looking and everything, but yeah,
I
that's
just
what
feel
they
like
need
that
to do.
style of game is not, the style of game of God of War is not
Yeah.
really
No, this is perfect.
Oh, he's got a war beard going.
Yep. And that little kid grew up to be Sean Layden.
And I was ready.
Good evening. Good evening,
Nice.
everyone, and welcome. What a way to start the show, huh? With a live demo of God of War.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Right
so
now, also, a special thank you and a shout out to
Yeah, I
our
didn't think they were gonna be able to pull it off either.
very talented composer of the soundtrack to God of War, Mr. Bear McCreary.
Oh, that's Bear McCreary. Okay.
It's a good name. It's a good name.
Do the Dark Void soundtrack.
Oh.
Here tonight with his awesome orchestra, and they'll be performing all evening. So that's really exciting for all of us. Thanks to everybody. Before we go any further, though, I think it's important that we take a moment to address the heartbreaking tragedies of Orlando this past weekend. A horrific event like that, carried out by a madman, really underscores our need for greater love, tolerance, and respect of people of all kinds. On behalf of the PlayStation community, I just want to say that our thoughts are with the victims and the families and the community of Orlando. We stand foursquare with them, and we hope that in this week of perhaps our gaming celebrations, within the diversity of our gaming community, we can find some strength, some comfort, and some solace. The PlayStation community
We might want to switch over.
Yeah, you want to take a look?
stands foursquare with our friends and fans in the LGBT community as well.
Good to them for saying it.
And I know they're all
Yeah.
in the
Yeah, there's no way of knowing yet if it's
hearts of everyone tonight.
If it's
GameSpot
just-
stream or if it's ours.
Whoa. Take a peek at the Twitch.
Yeah.
See if we can get another version of that feed up.
I'm gonna take this chance to run to the restroom.
Okay.
God of War.
That is probably, is that it?
That's
God.
probably
not it.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
They didn't get sunny.
Yeah.
It's actually sunny. That's
Oh, weird.
there we go. Let's see how this looks. So yeah, God of War. I'm happy
Yeah.
Yeah.
that looked like a thing I care about.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. All right.
All right,
we're
looks like-
watching Layden walk off. Okay, here we go. Oh, here we go. Okay. Finally announcing whatever these guys have been making.
Asked me once if I remembered how it all went down.
SOCOM, Oregon.
As if it happened so long ago that anyone could forget. So yeah.
Finally.
I remember.
Maybe we check back on the other stream in a little while.
Towns turned into graveyards.
A little chunky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the wilderness became our only hope for survival. I remember when the planes fell out of the skies. When the trains stopped running. When the turbines shut down. And the world went dark.
A lot of post-apocalyptic scenarios out of Sony first party.
A lot of post-apocalyptic scenarios these days in general.
Period.
Yeah.
It's almost like there might be some general unrest and uneasiness about the ways of the world.
And some of us sort of lost our minds.
Bro,
Money,
don't
what
kill
are you
people.
doing? Come on. No.
This post-apocalyptic scenario, that dude has that haircut. Did you see that?
He had no. It's a recent thing, so
Okay.
he got that before.
Okay. Him and Riff Raff go to the same barber.
That is Riff Raff. That actually was Riff Raff. Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad he's doing okay. Peach Panther himself.
There's a whole.
Is this the
there's a
other
whole-
Last of Us?
So yeah, I remember how it all went down. I don't give a damn about any of that. You know what I remember most? Riding the open road. The smell of your hair. The touch
my
of
hair?
your skin.
Oh.
Yeah, talking to us.
I remember you. But those days are gone.
Road to Redemption 2.
Now I'm a drifter.
The Road
Bounty
Rash.
hunter.
Oh, God.
Oh
A
boy.
mercenary.
Oh, what if it was, though? That's an EA property, right?
Yeah.
The broken
Oh,
road
what if?
is all that's left. But I'll always remember.
Okay, that trademark
Yeah.
got out a few hours ago. Interesting.
No idea what that is beyond vague post-apocalyptic premise, but
Open
Yeah,
world,
apocalyptic
maybe?
motorcycle man.
Yeah.
Maybe not, though. Yeah, maybe it's Last of Us-y.
So are they scoring all this
I
stuff?
think so.
That's
Seems
what
like
they
it.
were saying.
It feels like it would be a much of different experience there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Here. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Last Guardian?
Horizon or Last Guard?
Oh,
maybe.
Horizon,
I'm not
maybe.
sure.
This looks Last Guardian.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
The
Very
architecture
intricate, yeah.
and yeah,
All right. Quick teaser into release date.
it'll probably be like a minute and a half, 2-minute trailer.
Oh,
I wonder if this game's gonna be any good.
I
think a lot of
no
people do.
idea.
good question.
Yeah.
I really like Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
I like what
But-
this team does.
It's been a long time.
Oh shit. There's a
Two.
bad cat dragon.
Pre-order now to get bad cat dragon skin.
Don't go to badcatdragon.com. That is the bad site. Don't go
What if
there.
cat dragons sometimes are good, but also sometimes are bad?
Gotta hear both sides, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta hear both sides about the cat dragon.
Hey, Drew, do you have the other one just running in the background? Can we do a quick switch?
Hang on, let's see where this goes. Yep.
Oh,
yeah, there it is.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Okay, this
Called
year.
it.
All right.
Nice work.
They did that right.
That was
October
exactly what that
26th.
teaser needed to be.
Okay.
Yes.
Now you can switch.
Agreed.
Well, except they might be loading up yet another thing here.
Hot switch.
Yeah.
They are, in
they
fact.
are.
Well, we can
starting.
keep this going if
Gorilla.
this
This is
is
Horizon.
Horizon.
trailer.
Well, the old ones
Yeah.
ended to go. And a new, motorcycle. Post-apocalyptic.
The Sony Bend game. got announced.
Post-apocalyptic road trip game. I don't know.
I thought you were talking about for Last Guardian.
Oh, no.
Motorcycle
Motorcycles.
segment. Yeah. Is Heavenly Sword?
This is
it's
Horizon. This is a weird way to deliver
Yeah.
this.
That's
why-
a font.
Yeah. Oh, is this a gameplay?
Like, why aren't they
No.
doing VO?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, this is a gameplay.
Oh,
demo.
because they're going to play it.
You want to check that other feed? This is real ugly.
Yeah, it's real
Yeah.
chunky.
Apologies, but
Yeah.
our other feed
It was
going
also chunking
very
up
poorly.
really bad on
The
the other
internet's
one.
the internet, you know.
Yep.
Is the GameSpot one that went down?
It's just
It was
stuttering.
chopping up.
Oh, okay.
Is it still down?
Yeah, cool.
Do you know if the GameSpot feed is still hitching?
Oh man.
Okay, well,
Yeah, try just
I
pulling
would just check the
back
GameSpot
up.
one. Surely they fixed it by now.
You would like to think that.
I just imagine the best robot dinosaurs.
All right, there we go.
That looks all right.
Walkers, let's have a look.
Okay.
Thank you, Drew.
Thanks.
Yeah, this is much better.
Yeah.
Would you eat the meat from those crabs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd give. Yeah.
That's the first crab I would eat.
Okay.
This entire
Yeah.
E3.
Crap of the
Got
show,
some weak
right here.
spots, but they're tough.
Oh man, this looks pretty good.
Look at all the mats in that thing.
Risky,
Yeah.
but I need the
Thing's
components.
got lots of mats.
Get those mats.
Yeah, this game looks really great.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Is there wine in there?
shield?
What? Wait, that's a regular animal.
Where?
There was a boar. A boar just ran through.
Are you sure it wasn't a robot?
It could have been a robot boar.
You know for certain it wasn't a robot.
I guess I don't know like intimately. Right there.
I can't see
It's
it.
gone.
I saw it. I saw the butt. I saw it running away.
there we go, there's a rabbit.
That's a
That's a
robot
robot
rabbit. That's a
rabbit.
robot rabbit.
That's definitely.
Explosive traps coming right up.
It's all robots.
Okay. What?
On the,
I wonder if that VO is real in the game, or if that is them
Yeah.
like realizing like, okay, we're not gonna have people out here talking about the game, so you need to add some voice to your trailer
That's what it
or
sounds
to your
like.
gameplay demo.
Oh, jeez.
Looks real good.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks way better than
Metal
the
shards, wires.
last year.
Yeah.
Gotta build stuff.
You did it. I came from Mother's Rise.
Corrupted attacked the village.
Yes, and something worse. A demon.
Oh wow.
What do you
Dialogue
mean,
wheel, huh?
Yeah.
It scuttled from the forest. Drove a group of watchers
I'm getting
mad.
some like
How'd it do that?
vague Princess Mononoke vibes, or at least
Yeah, a
like the
little
early
bit.
parts of that movie.
I totally had the same thought.
Goddess, protect us.
Now I actually just want a game based on that.
Keep
Yeah.
moving,
Me
Mother's
too.
call, it's not far.
I want something on a dialogue wheel
Come
that
with
says
me, or
goddess.
the demon will kill you.
I don't believe in demons, and I don't run when lives are at stake. Get out of here.
Hair looks pretty good.
Leave now.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
Hell yeah, I am.
Crazy like a robot fox.
Yeah, map.
The village. I'll never make it in time.
It's already the
Must
corruption
get 'em out.
zone 1.
Yeah. So let's say there are
Broadheads.
24 more villages that are
If I
corrupted that you
override
might
one of
want to
those,
liberate.
that should do.
Do I have to
When I-
climb any towers to do so?
Maybe.
When I liberate a village, do I get side quests at that village?
Possibly.
There's a great radio station.
No,
though.
it unlocks fast travel and event
Okay.
vendor.
Is Aloy the character?
What's that?
Aloy?
Aloy.
A-L-O-Y?
Aloy
Okay.
is how they were saying it last year.
Oh, weird. She's
Yeah.
opened his head.
Ripping that ship.
She uncorrupted.
Yeah.
Uncorrupted.
Wow.
Those things look cool.
That's awesome.
Peace.
That's super awesome.
That's pretty awesome.
Oh, these
That's pretty awesome.
These
Hey guys, I think that might be kind of awesome.
I
Good.
really want to play this.
Yeah. Good musculature. Good robot
Yeah.
musculature on that animal.
Yeah.
I don't know. Those geese don't
copper
look.
wires.
Those geese don't look like robots.
That giraffe thing is awesome looking.
Also,
The
because those are
Brachiosaurus.
orange, they're also weak points.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Can I hit it for massive damage?
Man, this looks great.
Yeah.
Like,
The village.
Scorpio sounds awesome and everything, but this thing is still doing some work. You
Oh
know?
yeah.
It's corrupting the Watcher. Vulnerable to fire. Here we go.
Cool.
I mean, if this winds up being like a solo game where you're out there all alone, maybe they put that VO in to kind of like.
But like, you know, if this is 40 hours or 20 hours or something, you don't want that.
Yeah.
No, but like maybe that's how Batman did some of that stuff.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Like this feels like,
early
this is the
game
first
tutorializing.
time. Yeah.
Or they very well could have just done it for this demo.
Right.
I bet there is a tutorial where they say similar things to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on, check out my fancy balloon.
Balloon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So which Metal Gear is that again? Is that Ray?
That's Manta.
Manta, Metal Gear
Yeah,
Manta.
yeah.
Okay.
All the sound effects on these robot things
Yeah.
are great.
Yeah.
Strong, all right?
Who did you call? Oh, is he calling the robot? No.
Yeah.
It's,
Yes. Remember I said like Shadow of the Colossus?
Yeah.
There's a couple different bows.
Yeah.
Or at least different kinds of arrows. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Do you think God of War is playable?
Still thinking about that one, huh?
Yeah.
I don't believe it is.
Whoa.
Oh, he didn't like that.
I like the trapping stuff.
Yeah, me too.
kind of like a grappling hook.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a grappling
It's
hook.
grappling to the ground.
You're grappling it.
Right
Yeah.
jumping now.
Well, I feel like you really want to do some more. Oh, there it is.
Do it. Generous.
Yeah. He's a pro. Guns for show, bows for a
This
pro.
machine. It looks ancient. Where did it come from?
Metal Gear?
These encounters seem pretty involved, especially if they're just like standard enemies.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all about this.
Like,
Cool.
I'm not into like pre-order bonuses, but if they gave you like a model of that mechanical bull thing, like I'd pre-order.
Like a rideable one?
Yeah.
Zero, maybe
real.
real.
Okay.
Robo Elk.
Quantic Dream.
On the top floor of a building here in downtown Detroit.
Ah.
Details are still emerging on what exactly happened.
Nice.
But the hostage taker could be the family's android.
What is this?
Detroit.
Detroit.
On
Oh,
site.
right.
Which?
Please, please, you gotta save my little girl. Wait. You're sending an android?
All right, ma'am. We need to go.
You can't do that. Why aren't you sending a real person?
Captain Allen, my name is Connor. I'm the android sent by CyberLife.
It's firing at everything that moves. It already shot down 2 of my men. Saving that kid is all that matters. So either you deal with this fucking android now, or I'll take care of it.
Got a real like Sid.
6.1?
Yeah.
6.7.
Yeah, that's what it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Daniel. My name is Connor.
At the end of
No
Last
way out,
Action Hero.
Daniel. The only question is whether or not you take another innocent life. I'm holding all the cards. If I die, she dies.
Is he human? Because that's.
Look what you did.
They're both androids, I
You were
think.
designed to serve humans,
Okay.
not kill them. What was I designed
But he's got a
to
red
be?
light, so he's evil.
Their slave? Their toy? You're a machine you have to obey. Now put the gun down and let the hostage go. I've spent my life taking orders. Now it's my turn to decide.
Quick time event. Well, you missed, son.
Oh boy.
Oh, you fucked up.
You been goofed.
Oh well, I'm a robot. What the fuck do I care?
Your order for an A-beat android has been registered.
You're saying the story could have branched?
Yes, that's what they're saying.
Are you armed? No. I have a gun. Drop it. Touch him and I kill you. You can't kill me. I'm not alive. Tell that helicopter to get out of here.
Get out of here, helicopter.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You told the helicopter will remember this.
It's up to you how the story ends.
Not that way.
All right.
Wasn't this kind of the promise of Heavy Rain?
Yeah.
I mean, this is an effective way to show it. It's a little like weird.
I mean, I imagine this is a very early game scenario, so
I guess I hope the game continues no matter which one of those things I get. Otherwise, it's just 6 fail states.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not no matter
maybe
which
it just
way.
depends on the character.
Sure.
You lied to me, Connor. You lied to me.
Yeah, they're gonna kill that girl.
Bad choice.
Listen, I liked Almost Human a lot, so
did I.
there's going to be like some Android cop shit. I'm going to be a little interested, but
This is our story.
That's a weird. Yeah.
I'm a little skeptical.
That looks like a David Cage game.
Sure does.
Yeah.
Sure does.
I'm in.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like it.
I'll play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll play it. It's a premise.
Yeah.
I liked Almost Human.
I like Heavy Rain.
Ooh.
Put on your goggles now.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, hold on.
All right. Okay, before Kitchen.
It could have been different.
Someone just yelled, I hated Kitchen.
Isn't Kitchen the Capcom horror demo?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
totally what this looks like.
Oh.
The thing was real uncomfortable.
Yeah. You were tied to a chair,
Yeah.
and they
Tied to a chair, and this like
murdered.
zombie lady thing was like very aggressively in your face and like stabbing your thighs.
This is last year?
It was a VR.
It's,
It was
it's
a
a
VR
Morpheus.
demo.
It's a Morpheus demo.
They didn't show it on stage or anything, right? So
Oh shit!
That's not how phones work. Okay.
I wonder if those were just assets from a game they were working on.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, I don't like this.
Resident Evil.
They wouldn't go full VR with it, would they?
Maybe. If I was Sony, I would be very interested in getting Capcom to go full VR on something big.
you never go full VR.
Going exclusive with Capcom and Sony, that has to go great.
Sadly, there's no story mode.
Yeah, the real money store will come out for this 3 months after the
Just
fact.
the mercenaries mode, actually. Just
Proud to announce we have decided to discontinue the Real Money Store.
I really hope he moves the flashlight away from his field of view.
no.
Is it just where you're looking, you think?
Maybe he's got a light strapped to his head.
For all
Eyes.
the rage.
This looks pretty good.
Just go outside and leave.
Yeah, just get out of here.
It was probably what I would do.
Go home. Go home.
This is home.
I've gone home.
Yeah. Gone home too.
Before gone home.
Oh, don't open that.
Oh, you think it could be a body part?
Yeah, dog. It's gonna be a body part.
Okay.
Okay, well,
It's
maybe
just
not.
something.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Boy, I am hungry.
Something's gonna leap out and it's gonna suck.
How it?
But like you got murdered at the end of that Kitchen demo, didn't you?
Yeah,
Oh,
this is
yeah.
before
Yeah.
Kitchen.
Yeah, you die at the
Yeah.
end of that.
What were they saying back then? Was Capcom just like, oh, this
It was
is
just
They
like
they
a
just said it was a
demo.
tech demo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you know where that guy went? Don't go there. Go somewhere else.
So when you did the kitchen thing, you didn't move at all,
No,
right?
No, you were tied to a
You
chair.
could move your head around and look at
Yeah.
stuff, but that was it.
You know, people like that PT.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
People are saying, people are saying this is Resident Evil.
I could see that.
Like that was my genuine actual first thought. Even.
Yeah, this-
okay.
yeah,
Now it actually seems like it might be.
If it's VR
He's gonna pick
only?
up a fucking eagle crest next.
Yeah, it's I mean, they said this is a VR experience.
This is totally, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
What the fuck am I supposed to do?
So it is Resident Evil.
This is a bad shot.
This is like disorienting enough.
I know.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What do you see? What is it? Where are you going? Back here!
This feels like they turned Resident Evil into Wreck.
Yeah.
If this is
Maybe
Resident
this
Evil,
is- maybe
maybe
this-
don't call it 7.
The Resident Evil.
It's Residence Evil.
Oh, okay. Did we change YouTube channels? Are you on my goth channels?
Yeah, we're gonna watch all your AMVs next.
Cool, thank you.
Mansion.
Yep, there it is.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Hey, that's a
That's
real video.
What?
Yeah.
That's all right. What?
right.
That's an all right logo treatment.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
Shit, that soon?
And VR only?
Sure, why the hell not?
It's the VR only thing that.
No, why not?
Play the demo tonight, it just said, I think.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh shit.
Wait, a PlayStation. Is it played tonight?
So,
Should probably go to that.
Did it say play it tonight on PlayStation
Yeah, it
Plus?
said that. It
No.
said,
But I mean, but
No,
you
VR.
can't do it
At this event.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
tonight.
At E3.
Huh.
I recognize
Wow.
this.
That can either be really good or really bad.
What year
Yeah.
is this?
but it's
It's like a
different.
classic.
Yeah, they need
It's
to make
not
changes
6.
to Resident Evil because who the fuck cares
Return
about
Fire uses this. Return
does?
Fire uses that piece of music.
I wonder if it could come out on PC on the other headsets as well.
It
Or?
doesn't. Holtz.
Yeah,
Mars?
it's
that a-
Mars. It's part
In
of the
addition to the PS4
Yes, the
console
planet.
experience,
the planets.
the
Yeah.
full Resident Evil 7 will be playable from beginning to end with
Okay,
PlayStation
so it's not
VR.
VR.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
VR exclusive. Okay.
Wait, okay, so you can just play it.
When it releases on January 24th.
I wonder if it's first person if you don't have VR?
I think it would have
2016
Yeah.
is a seminal moment in virtual reality. The time has finally come for
Weird.
everyone to enjoy VR in their own homes. And at PlayStation, we have a combination of
Again,
the
like,
necessary
props to them for
processing
changing
and
it up, you
graphics
know?
power
Yes.
already built inside
overdue.
40
Yes.
million
I'm less
PS4s
confident about that than the new
have
God
been
of War,
sold
though.
worldwide.
Yeah.
40 million, is that what he said?
Well, he's saying that. I think he said the processing power is already inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what he said.
Yeah.
We have the display technology, which can realize these images at a high fidelity. We have the production expertise
Yeah.
to create a headset that is designed for the gamer. And because PlayStation
for the
4 is a
gamer.
fixed platform, developers can fine-tune
Because
their
it's a
games for
fixed
the
platform.
system to deliver the same
I'm gonna reload. Hold on a
transformative
second.
experience for all PlayStation VR owners.
That's a.
I'm happy to announce here that on October 13th, PlayStation VR will make its debut in the United States.
Isn't that?
They didn't have the
already?
day. I don't think.
Oh, the day. Okay. Weird.
And that's with no move
Currently,
controllers, right?
more than 50 games will be available from launch until the end of this year.
It's a lot.
That's a lot of games.
But they're not necessarily VR exclusive, right?
Right.
Support
That
VR?
includes some of the biggest franchises, along with brand new titles that will be born on PSVR. We invite those here tonight after the experience, and after this experience, to come with us next door to the arena post-reception, where we'll be able to have some PSVR kiosks set up so you can all have a go.
Yeah.
Now, I'd like to showcase a few PlayStation VR titles, starting with PlayStation exclusives developed by our own worldwide studios. Please watch.
Games.
There's a pump to this event.
Yeah.
Please watch. Or don't. I don't know.
Maybe some circumstance, too.
Okay.
Oh, this
Here we
is
go.
that game, yeah?
Impulse Gear is the name of the studio.
Okay.
This place is incredible.
It's an impulse gear.
What's your suit on
But
those
it might
rocks?
also be the name of the game.
We don't know what kind of pathogens might exist here. We can't afford a breach.
So this is VR?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell by how shaky that controller
Yeah.
is for that gun.
Come on. We have to keep moving.
It's.
You know, I bet this place isn't even on the star charts.
Analyzing surroundings.
This place isn't even on the star charts.
Unknown atmosphere. Unknown location.
Fucking GPS always failing you at the wrong time.
Wait. What the hell is that?
On rails, you think?
The demo they had last year was not on rails.
Yeah, they let you
So
walk
how did
around.
you move?
Analog stick on the gun controller.
Oh, gun controller. So was it a move?
It was the move
Yeah.
in the shell they put out for PS3. SOCOM worked with it.
Okay.
It was that exact thing.
Oh, the sharpshooter, right? Is that what they call
Yeah,
it?
I think so.
so.
Yeah.
That's not a crab, so I'm not going to ask the question. It's like a
It's
spider.
a spider. No,
yeah.
and that's off the table.
Still give it a
Yeah.
shot.
Oh, okay.
Tastes like chicken.
Pilgrim, can you read me? This is Dr. Tyson and Dr. Moon. Come back.
Okay, that trademark
Encounter
also.
at.
Right.
So I got out.
It's bright, huh?
Apparently. Survivors keep moving.
Like, don't cut away.
Don't cut away. Someone worked on that.
Oh,
Criterion. Yeah, Star Trek. Here we go.
So yeah, this is the Criterion thing.
So yeah, Criterion's making this.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
Rebel
like,
Assault.
it's like
Rebel Assault.
mission.
Rebel Assault.
Oh.
Is it?
I don't know.
Like, how did EA not have
Maybe actually.
Well, they probably signed a deal to put this here exclusively.
It's nice.
No, I'm saying at their press
Oh,
conference.
well, this is a VR. Okay. Please. Okay, never
Oh,
mind.
that's the Battlefront.
Yeah, they
Okay,
said that was.
right. Okay.
Dude, what?
Mission.
It's this is like a demo. It's not a full game.
Yeah, they
It never
said
was,
they
it was
called
never
it,
going to be a full game.
They called it an experience from the get-go.
Yeah.
Never say never. You never know.
Never.
But that's
It's
what
never going to
Criterion's
be a
been
full
doing.
game.
Apparently.
Was that logo on there?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Put on that mask.
Hand of Fate 2?
Batman?
Yeah, it sounds like Joker.
In the world.
Oh, yeah, that's Hamill's Joker.
What?
Yeah. Maybe that Batman compilation.
In VR? Are they still in the VR block?
Yes, they are still in the VR block.
Maybe you're just like me.
How would...
You see that life is nothing but a sick joke, and so you choose a face to match. But what happens when we become what we pretend to be? When illusion becomes the new reality.
Rocksteady have been working on this?
Does it even matter? After all, if you find a mask that fits, you never need to take it off.
A VR mask. What?
Arkham VR.
I mean, yeah. Yeah,
It
sure
is
enough.
Rocksteady.
I mean,
what is that though?
Yeah, you got to show more
Yeah.
This year?
Yeah.
It's October?
There's yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta give me something.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Tell me what that is.
What is that? Come on.
Hashtag wear the cow.
No
I'm
thanks.
good.
I'm okay.
Well, I think that it's pretty clear that is a first-person Batman thing.
I guess.
Some of this stuff just
Wear
doesn't
the
sound
mask.
like real games. They sound like
Yeah.
I mean, it's October this year though.
Just won't quit.
Afrojack.
finally a Final Fantasy 15 trailer from me, the Afrojack fan.
That look cool.
Also, it's the Chocobo music.
Yeah.
Hey, what's an Afrojack?
It's not going to get into this.
Is it ska?
Yeah.
Yep, this is definitely ska.
You're on ice.
Sorry, I gotta set my watch back 3 years.
What the fuck was that?
That was a really
trailer. What is
weird
that game?
trailer.
And more.
I mean, whatever. That looked cool. That was a little sizzle.
Oh, VR, see?
Yeah.
That ought to do her.
This shouldn't take long. Simmer down now. Hit it!
Yeah, let's.
Stay down.
Wait, what?
What is going on?
That's what's going on.
What the fuck? I don't want VR stuff that's like,
Too bad, Jeff. This is what we're getting.
Is this going to be packed in with the game?
Well, I assume it's just a mode in the game.
Or is this a separate thing you'll
Is it
download?
a side
mode, or do you play story like this?
No, it's just another experience.
What?
What
Yeah.
kind of
VR
experience?
experience. That's,
Get used to hearing that.
yeah. Like that Arkham thing probably is not a full games worth of content.
Yeah.
Like
Are they counting
that's
that
not,
in the 50 games?
I don't want like someone's like test demo of like, oh, we messed around with our Batman assets and I don't know, here's a VR thing, I guess.
Plays Prompto.
Like that's
But I mean, it's standing ovation. If they're gonna have 50 games, this is what a lot of it has to be
How
with the
much does
amount
that
of
cost?
time.
Is that free if you buy
I mean, no, it's probably not, but I imagine that they have to price that accordingly.
$10? $5?
20 bucks?
No.
No, I hope it's free if you.
you'd
get
hope
some
it would be in the game.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, if I buy that VR thing, I want some stuff packed in with it.
Oh, yeah.
Spaceships.
Enemy surging in multiple sectors, LT. They're taking ground.
Let's keep this on a tight loop and get back out there, Reyes.
Call of Duty?
It doesn't look like Call of Duty.
Maybe?
Captain on the bridge.
Get us underway, Salt.
Right away, sir. Captain has a con.
You have a spaceship in that
Raven
game.
one
Like,
docking.
if
Touching
you're
down now.
the captain
This
of a
looks like the kind of space that was in that other trailer.
For Call of Duty?
I think it's Ray.
I think you're right.
So,
I was gonna say the fidelity
We've got 4
doesn't
new
look high enough.
hotspots on radar, sir.
Check.
That's because this is the VR mission.
What's our target, Reyes?
Stand by for objective.
Or experience, sorry.
Well, mission.
We've got a set depth destroyer in lunar orbit. We'll coordinate a takedown with Tigris. Let's mount up, Lieutenant.
All right.
Max. Sorry, Max. You know that.
I do.
Up on Bay 3, Captain. Thanks, Chief.
Gentlemen, let's get it done.
I mean, are we sure this is still VR?
I think, I feel like we were in a VR block here, and,
I still think we are.
And that they need to come out and talk again before they get out of VR.
Yes, I agree.
But this could be something else. I don't know. Yeah.
You said, Ethan?
Good to go, sir.
The VR stuff is like either bad or like nothing so far.
Yeah.
I don't know. That Resident Evil thing at least made an impression.
Impulse Gear, the Farpoint or whatever, looks like it's probably cool.
It seems like that is probably a game.
Hydraulics prime, nozzle's good. Let's hit it.
They're like a Colony Wars. This is Colony Wars reboot.
I've been asking for it for years. I do think this actually is Call of Duty.
Yeah.
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 There's like a map with different stuff on it.
The shot of the ship looked like the ship that they showed before.
Roger.
Prime that Jackal.
Launch in 3, 2, 1. They're launching Skelters!
What?
You're launching Skelters.
Shit, I got one on me!
Countermeasures.
Call of Duty gun jack.
Yep.
On my way. Hang in there.
This might be more Valkyrie, right? You're actually moving around.
Full control.
No joy, no joy!
Maybe this is their Call of Duty demo this year.
Huh.
Not an on-foot thing.
You know, I would take that.
They have to do it on foot thing.
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah.
You mean a demo? Or, I mean, the guy had a gun with ammo before.
That's true. That counts. That counts.
Inbound to board and disable enemy warships.
There you go.
He's gonna land, right?
Got our big bandit, 12 o'clock high!
Looks fucking cool.
Tigers for visual.
It's nice.
Ghost Guard Jack is down.
I wonder how open this is.
Right.
Not a lot. I mean, every like Call of Duty vehicle thing is barely open.
Or they'll give you an arena and you can kind of fly around that
Hey,
spot.
you're leaving the combat zone.
Raj, let's get there.
Okay, yeah. I'm
Grab
back.
Yeah. Yep.
Finally.
All right, Call of Duty.
Yeah, Call of Duty. I know that red dot anyway.
Yeah, fuck you. Fuck
Shitty
you.
way to kill a person.
That's really uncool.
Well, no, you die pretty quick.
Yeah.
Not a lot of time to sit there and suffer.
Yeah, I guess it's better than
Jeez.
being like propelled off a ship with a gunshot wound.
Think magnet boots?
I hope so.
I doubt they care enough.
I feel like nobody thought this space combat thing out a lot.
Yeah.
I doubt they care enough to
Well, I
explain
imagine
it.
this is probably pretty early in the notion of it. Yeah.
But like at this point, do you really even need a lot of bullets?
This is the World War I of space combat.
Still working out the kinks.
Maybe the suit's auto repair or
Yeah.
something. Come on.
Jesus. Like that seems excessive.
That's not that far away.
Yeah. That seems risky.
Also, you wouldn't want to get any shrapnel through your suit, right?
Yeah.
We are exterior
Out
of the
west,
bridge.
sorry.
preparing
No, it's
to
shrapnel
brace.
proof.
Yeah, that was the robot for Call of Duty.
Oh, well, that's it.
That is unfortunate for those people.
Well, they're the enemy, so it's not a
Space
big
War
deal.
is space hell, you guys.
Ethan, restore life
Do we
support.
like space war quotes when you die in multiplayer?
Open the windows, I get the CO's card.
It seems pretty cool. I'm like, I'm into it.
This is a thing.
All right.
Activating gravity.
Watch your head.
Actual weapons are down, moving to exfil. Go loud.
Think we got their attention. Clear the hole. Coming down the stairs.
Fuck a robot.
1 minute, let's go.
Wait, you can fuck a robot?
You can fuck a robot in this game. The whole David
Cage's Call of Duty.
Future is crazy.
Yeah. That just seems unfair.
Let the bodies hit the floor. This can't be VR, right?
No, absolutely not.
Hey, I'm not betting on that.
Maybe like so remember the Final Fantasy trailer was like a regular trailer and then a VR thing attached at the end. Maybe that will be this again.
Some kind of space mission in VR.
Maybe. This looks too good to be.
I think this is standard campaign.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
this
I
is
think
definitely
this is
standard,
just
yeah.
campaign.
Yeah.
We need birds.
I wonder if there is a degree of like freedom in terms of like what mission you do when, based on that campaign map.
Right.
God, it would be really frustrating if they were doing some new stuff and like just the general disdain of future shit made people dismiss it.
I'm on board with that stuff.
Right.
I mean, it's kind of losing me with this stuff. I don't want the future stuff.
I think this shit looks fucking cool as hell. Whatever. No,
I absolutely do not.
Yeah.
Space grappling
That's what I like
hook
about Call of Duty is there's modern military stuff. I don't want space stuff.
I've had so much of that at this point that I'm ready to see what something else looks like.
Yeah.
At that point,
I mean, I
just
got
think
Halo.
it's a different thing, right? Like it's
but then I still want that really good modern military game.
that'll be out next year. Or you can play.
Are they actually going to show
this? I
4?
want to play this.
I love that this exists. It seems like a weird thing to have at the press conference, though.
It's a very popular game.
Although those ghillie suits,
Yeah.
that was a pretty cool mission.
What if this is in VR?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
We have visual on the target. ETA 60 seconds.
All right, I just got my email about our Capcom appointment. Resident Evil 7 will be there, VR and standard.
Okay, cool.
They are calling it Resident Evil 7 in this email.
That seems like a mistake.
Monster Hunter Generations, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice, and Street Fighter V Story Mode, which beautiful. Saw that.
We are leaving.
Thanks, Bryce.
Let's do this.
Campaign plus 10 multiplayer maps.
Campaign, they're 30 days early.
No VR.
Are they
We're out of the block.
I mean, that's just Modern Warfare, the remaster.
And they're still saying you can't get that thing by itself?
I would say no VR on any of that Call of Duty
If
stuff.
you pre-order that package, then the campaign for that
is some
you get
crap
30
sounding
days
music.
early.
Oh my god.
That totally crashed.
That's,
It's a shadow. His shadow is crushed.
Holy shit.
He doesn't have a regular man shadow. Is he a Crash in there? Is he a Bandicoot?
And then the Skylander base slides right under him. And
No t-shirt tonight, but I'm proud to announce
Wow.
our partners at Activision.
Our partners at Activision.
We're going to bring back the original Crash, Crash 2, and Crash Warped, fully remastered from the ground up for PlayStation 4.
is that what it is? Is that
Yes.
the announcement?
And then Skylanders, right?
Crash Bandicoot
That-
will
that
also
retailer
appear
stuff
first,
is-
though, on PlayStation 4 this October in Skylanders Imaginators. So let's have a look at that.
So no new Crash game? Just,
Seems like it.
Just here's the old games
you
and
don't,
Skylanders?
you don't actually want a new Crash game.
I don't want
No,
a Crash
yeah.
game. I sure as fuck don't. But that was probably a really bummer moment for the people who do.
This is a pretty sick Easter egg, though.
He looks not great.
Yeah.
He's
Proportions.
old. He's been doing a lot.
He looks like Crash Bandicoot.
He got a call. They were like, "Hey, can you come do a thing?" And he was like,
Oh, so you can do the
Yeah.
Imaginators stuff
Yeah, I'm ready.
with Crash.
Drinking like that, put a few years on a Bandicoot.
Marcus Phoenix, Kratos,
Send
and
him back
Crash
to Norway
all
with his
aged.
kid.
Yeah.
They just call it Spyro. Like, have you seen Crash? Oh, you know.
Yeah, well, we haven't talked in a while. He wasn't doing great last
I
time.
don't think he gets out much.
Yeah.
"Wait, so Jeff, what
Maybe
is
this is more just a demo thing. So the whole thing with this is that you can customize and create your own Skylander.
How do you buy things based on this?
I don't know. I haven't seen the demo yet. If it's like parts that you're assembling, or if
Magnets?
it's like just like Trap Team had the gem. I don't know exactly how they're doing that part.
Going back to Star Wars. Oh, Lego, right.
But yeah, there were retailer sites that were saying like that there was a Crash edition of Skylanders for PS4.
The belonging you seek is not behind you. It is ahead.
The droid. I'll pay for him.
Actually, the droids are not for sale.
We need you to make all your trailers with the idea of music, but don't actually put the music in.
The droid stole a freighter.
The two were accompanied by a girl.
What girl?
Good posters on the wall there.
This droid has to get
I like these games so much more when they didn't put the movie dialogue in them.
Yeah.
Kind of with you.
So you're saying Lego should not talk? That's what
Yeah,
I'm
I don't think Lego should talk.
After much consideration, I think that's
this. So much about.
Is that really what that dude sounded like in that movie?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
That was especially bad just there.
It's way more muffled than the movie.
Well, I mean, sounds lame. The whole point of the character is that he's a giant Darth Vader wannabe, so it's kind of appropriate.
You were afraid. But you will never be.
He's very mall goth.
Yeah.
Like, and that's how he's written. He's written to be a kind of a shitty teen.
We're not done yet. You might need this.
This is long.
Yeah.
That movie was very popular.
Yes.
It was a good Indiana Jones joke there.
It was an Indiana Jones joke.
Sure.
Man, demo's coming back this year.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean shareware?
Right.
Download episode 1 of Star Wars Lego blah blah blah.
Muted response.
Yeah.
Please welcome to the stage Andrew House.
I mean, it's the 39th Lego game in the last, 5 years, so...
Yeah, I don't...
20 minutes.
It's a weird thing to have at a press conference.
Music is this?
This is again the classical piece.
Heard this before.
Maybe I'm wrong.
You've heard a lot of classical pieces.
From Looney Tunes, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That is where you've heard it.
Yeah, probably.
Thank you very much,
It's a
everyone.
merry melody.
Okay.
It's an absolute honor to be here at E3. Our mission is to make PlayStation the best place to play for gamers. And I think you'll agree that this E3 marks one of the strongest lineups of content in PlayStation history. That's a result of our commitment to partnerships with the most talented developers and storytellers in our medium. And as proof of that commitment, please join me in welcoming one of the most creative talents in the history of gaming.
Kojima.
Yeah.
Oh wow, are they ready to wheel this out?
Miyamoto.
He was on Keeley's thing
Peter Molyneux.
today, I
Jeez. Yes.
Man.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Fucking
Wow, they're just.
dude.
What the fucking WrestleMania
Kidding me?
Yes.
Dude, don't get ahead of the light.
What's wrong with you?
Oh,
Dude,
Hideo Kojima was not there for rehearsal.
He'll keep
He
coming.
doesn't have time for rehearsal.
Oh, man.
I'd love to see what he's working on.
yeah, I didn't know.
Drew, clear your schedule.
I mean, it's only been 6 months, you know.
yeah.
There might not be a game
I
here.
know.
I'm sure.
Certainly
I'm
not.
sure there's not.
Just give me some info.
Hello? Hello, everyone. I'm back.
I'm not sure he actually left exactly, but I'll take it.
Today, I bring something new we made for you, and this is all running in real time.
All running in real time.
Enjoy.
VR experience.
Engine demo.
Engine demo.
Go inside my new logo in VR.
Okay, got a quote.
All right. So we've had Tolstoy and we've had Blake so far today.
Collecting the classics.
It already seems like a Kojima trailer.
I wouldn't eat that crap.
No?
Nah, that one looks gross.
It's been a real crabby kind of day, hasn't
Crabs
it?
and grappling hooks.
If you tied a rope to a crab, it would make a pretty good grappling.
Yeah.
That's true. It hooks on, yeah.
There's an overlap there. Those are long fingers.
Unnaturally.
Kiefer Sutherland naked laying in the sand. What the fuck?
what
All right,
the-
it's Kojima. This is a Kojima game.
Yeah. It is.
This all doesn't.
It's a Kojima game.
This is Andrew House backstage. Did anybody scream this? He just gave me a thumb drive. I don't.
Oh, it's Norman Reedus. Yeah, it totally is.
What the fuck is this?
All right, this is amazing.
Holding a baby.
Do you think he knew what he was going in for mocap for?
No, this is something they captured for the last game that he just smuggled out.
Oh no.
The spring baby.
Is this just a music video?
Maybe.
What the fuck?
When there were only one set of handprints.
Yeah.
Hideo Kojima was carrying you.
Into this pile of dead fish.
Jesus.
That's not an appendix scar.
I don't think so.
Did he have a C-section?
I think he did.
Those thumb drives he's got around his neck.
Yep.
Thumb drives with the enemies he's killed.
That's a lot of fish.
All right.
Is this shit floating in the air?
Those are people.
Oh, those are people.
Those are boss fights.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's 5 special agents.
Okay, I'm listening.
Norman Reedus' dong is the key to saving the world.
You see, they all used to be models, but now they have to wear robot suits, and they're haunted.
All right.
You can choose them with enough tranquilizer darts, so you can take pictures.
There it says game.
Just imagine, like,
name?
Prey 2.
Okay. Yeah.
now I just imagine like a whole different scenario at Konami where it's just like, huh?
So this is what happens.
Just leave. Just, you know what? Just
have a good one.
This is what happens when you untether him from any corporate.
He always has stingers.
We might not see it.
What?
It's not over yet.
Okay. What are you doing, Kojima? You've lost it.
Maybe Konami were the ones that insisted that he do those.
Think they're safer.
Right.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm into whatever the fuck that was.
I don't know what that was.
It looked like Kojima.
An odd name.
That's all I want. I want more
Probably
Kojima.
for the best.
What is this, the Spider-Man?
Knowing
thing?
everything hinges on a
Oh,
guy from
Sucker Punch?
Wait,
what?
No, it's Insomniac.
Insomniac.
Oh, Insomniac. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Spider-Man.
No shit.
Insomniac's back to doing.
No pressure, right?
Huh. Wait.
I don't love that costume.
Well, this has to be.
Well, this is probably based on the new Marvel cinematic
This has to
Spider-Man.
be multi-platform, right?
Probably.
There's like no way that.
There were rumors of a Sucker Punch one.
Sony
You
gets
know-
an exclusive Spider-Man game.
Well, here's the thing.
This was what they did for using the font on the PlayStation 3.
Well, on top of that, they reached a deal with Marvel to get Spider-Man back into the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh.
Maybe there was a part of that deal.
Maybe. Yeah, that's possible.
could be time exclusive. As
Yeah,
well.
that's also possible. Do we know who's publishing?
Not yet. I mean, we'll find out.
I think. I guess I don't know. But, yeah.
Maybe,
That's the name of the game.
Maybe it's totally exclusive. That's crazy.
I mean,
That could be
that's
Sucker Punch,
name
right?
of the game.
It's
No, it's Insomniac.
logo.
Wasn't there a
It's-
rumor about the Sucker Punch?
There was.
It's-
Oh, at the beginning. Okay.
Yes.
Literally had the
You
Insomniac
can't base
logo.
anything on that.
They've been wrong before. This is Verdi,
Yeah.
which is Requiem.
Thank you.
There was another bar there.
Everyone, sometime in your life, should have the ability to walk on with an orchestra. It's the most amazing thing ever. Let me tell you. Thank you guys so much.
Really showing your orchestra privilege here, man.
Everybody has that.
Yeah.
At some point in your life, you
We
get to
are
walk
on
on the
the
stage with an
verge
orchestra, right?
of a future unlike any other. Thanks to the dedication and the passion of the greatest gaming community of all time.
Not just
We are
shitty
committed
past
to
gaming
delivering
communities.
the future technologies and experiences that will continue to evolve console gaming. We thank you, our partners, our allies, our friends, for going along with us on this journey. Thank you. You're welcome. At the core of interactive entertainment is it's play, right? As much as we love to talk about stories and visuals and emotions and graphics and technology, it all comes together in the brilliance of gameplay. So before I leave, it is my distinct pleasure to share a live demo with all of you of a title we introduced earlier tonight, but we'll see it played live. Thank you for coming tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Days Gone.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So the thing they showed the trailer for.
Yeah. This is the only thing you missed with the motorcycle.
Okay. Yeah. It's kind of weird that they would show the trailer at the front and then do this, but
yeah. I mean, I wanted to know what it was. So.
Yeah.
He's headed to the old sawmill.
Going in after him. It's gonna be dark soon.
When does that ever stop me?
Zombie thing?
There
were no zombies.
There was a disease thing, but it didn't look like there were any zombies.
Yeah, this general post-apocalyptic.
A disease thing like Resident Evil 4 disease?
Well, no, just a bunch of dudes in hazard suits, like with a ton of body bags.
There's a guy bashing something.
Perhaps you've heard that mankind was the real monster.
Oh.
All along.
Who's the developer?
Sony Ben.
Oh.
Have they done an original game in forever?
It's been a while.
Siphon Filter and
they were doing. Yeah, they're doing PSP games for a long time.
They do Ratchet or Daxter?
Maybe.
For PSP.
Yeah.
Shit. Go on.
Wolves were the real monsters all along.
Oh.
Well, that ain't him.
It's got a real Last of Us.
Yeah. Like my very first thought when this trailer popped up was maybe they farmed Last of Us out to Sony.
Right. A Last of Us game. It's like in the universe.
Yeah.
This fits right on.
Yeah. How hard do you think it is to play a demo to orchestra cues? That seems real.
Or how hard is it to make orchestra cues to a live demo?
Yeah, that seems real hard.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Fucking zombies.
Well, are those like I don't know what those things were.
Yeah.
Skittering something.
He doesn't seem too concerned.
Yeah, that was not the first time he'd seen whatever that was.
You say Turok?
Turok.
All right.
Son of bitches! Two dogs!
Two dogs.
Damn it!
I'm going.
Two dogs!
Two dog?
Two dog.
Okay. There's the Xbox logo, of course.
It's a two-dog night.
Yeah. Three Dog is off somewhere in his
It's a
radio
different
bunker.
post-apocalypse.
Look around, brother! You know how this is gonna end.
Brother Nero!
Yes.
It's zombie.
Like a game based on that. But these seem like regular zombies, not plant zombies.
Right.
Yeah.
Whoa. Maybe,
buddy.
Maybe not, like, there are zombies everywhere, homie.
Now's not a good time.
Zambies.
I think he's lost it.
Okay.
They don't like loud noises.
I've read that in the encyclopedia.
Shoot the other human.
Whoa, or just
Now you don't have to.
save a bullet.
This gun looks like a move controller now.
Is this just like Dead Rising without a sense of humor?
Yeah, like
I'm not great.
I feel like I'm waiting for a twist or something.
Yeah. Beyond like open world zombie shooter.
Why are you shooting at all? What are you fucking hoping to accomplish?
At least
It's
hit
like
the barrel.
someone saw World War Z and said, "Oh man."
Remember that scene?
What if there were a lot of them?
Safe, finally. These wooden boards won't break.
Roll credits.
Like I wouldn't call any of what we're seeing bad, but I'm just kind of I want something more.
For a barrel?
Yep.
Yeah, it seems fine, but I'm looking for a hook.
Doesn't necessarily seem inspired.
Right.
Right. Has a look.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like the swarming thing is maybe the
number.
that's the gimmick.
Unless this guy has a whole lot of bullets, like this is the dumbest thing
Yes.
you could possibly do in this situation.
Yeah. The number of zombies is pretty impressive. Like that looks good, but
that's what was so impressive about like the first Dead Rising. Like that was early in the console generation.
It was also fun and unique. Like I hadn't played anything with that sense of humor or like the weird open world mechanics of that and survival stuff. Like that was.
It wasn't just the number of.
It was unlike other things.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. It's also just not that fun to shoot at big swarms of things because it's easy to hit them because there's a lot of them.
Yeah. Like a Molotov makes sense. It's like denial. You know, it's like, okay, area denial. Like you can't get in here because this is burning.
They do seem to die pretty easily.
Yeah, not necessarily like headshot.
No.
Zombie stuff.
But like,
like it's giving me like I Am Legend vampire, like the movie Vampires vibe.
Okay. John Carpenter. Vampires with the $sign on the S. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool look on the.
It's mowing them down.
The streaming.
A grappling hook off of here.
Oh boy.
I wonder if the corpses would have to disappear after a while.
Probably.
More than likely.
Eventually,
That many? Yeah. All right, there you go.
Like that's a cool looking like visual.
Yeah, like the way they almost flow like water or something. They're just like
I mean, that was the World War Z thing, was that they moved in those kinds of swarms.
Yay! Yeah. But they're behind you.
Well, they're everywhere.
Come on! Come on!
Well, them old Duke boys got themselves in a real pickle now.
It's like single player Left 4 Dead.
I don't know.
It's hard for me to get excited for that in a world in which there is State of Decay 2 coming, which like I know will have some mechanical
and Dead Rising. Like
and Dead Rising. If I want Goofy, I can go to Dead Rising.
Those games both have hooks.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing to end.
Well, I don't know if it's over yet.
Yeah.
They just said that Sean Layden was done.
Yeah, no, he said that's
right. Fair enough.
We leave.
I think it's their closing montage.
Yeah.
Boy, that could
God
be
of
the
War,
thing.
It looks like someone said, hey, Hideo Kojima, make whatever you want.
Yeah.
And boy, did he ever decide to do that.
Yeah.
Such as a One Piece.
What did the guy from One
Yeah.
Piece got pregnant?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Titanfall for a hot second.
Oh, hey, cars.
GT Sport.
Does
head to head.
It's just like, oh yeah, also we have.
What's that?
Was that Bound? It might have been Bound. I'm not sure.
Sure.
Hey.
Persona for a hot second.
Boy, Crash looks dumb.
Yakuza. I think is what that was.
Gravity Rush 2.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Mafia 3.
Ghostbusters.
Weird.
There's a Ghostbusters thing that's coming out in July.
Okay.
Oh, right.
It's like a 4-player game.
Is that Resin there, maybe? Resin
Thumper.
Yeah.
Back there.
There was a 100-foot robot call for a second.
Yep.
Hey, remember Street Fighter? Yeah, that came out. That dude's still angry.
Yeah, all the time.
Remember, never forget.
What? Hey guys.
Sarah McLachlan's PlayStation VR.
PlayStation VR 2015 to 2016.
Cool.
That?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Is there a
we done?
second half?
That's it.
Nah.
Apparently, that was a really weird closing.
That's a
That
weird
was
conference
a
in general.
weird conference.
Yeah.
There's some games there that I thought
Fellas,
were
I got
cool.
some thoughts.
But boy. Danny!
Hi, Danny.
Danny had a good face on.
I think
for
that
those
was
of
that
you.
pretty well. You missed the look, but man,
Good face on Danny.
Here, let me recreate it for you.
Summed up the reaction to that.
So,
Yes.
that was weird.
God of War looks cool.
God of War
I
looks
cannot
cool.
believe him coming out of that going, like saying God of War
Yeah.
is one of the more interesting things that they showed there.
Yeah, yeah.
By a fairly wide margin, I might add.
Of new stuff.
Yes.
I still think Horizon is probably
Yes.
the most
Yeah.
interesting thing
Yeah.
they have going.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
If I could have one of those games right now, it would probably
That would be the one.
Yeah.
What was the date on that? Was there a date on that? There was a date on that. wasn't there?
Next year?
They pushed it to next year. Maybe they didn't give a date here.
Yeah,
Horizon, they gave a date.
They right like last week they delayed it. So.
There was way less PlayStation VR than I thought there would be.
It was
I
also
guess,
an interesting selection of VR stuff, as in like, hey, we're gonna tout these like big names and like franchises that are coming to this.
But that's the stuff that's missing from the lineup of VR games in general right now. So I totally get why you would want to focus on like your big ticket names, but then to have that be Arkham VR, which we don't know what it is.
No
and like
footage of that.
The PlayStation VR, the Final Fantasy 15 VR experience.
Yeah.
Which sounds like not a full product.
No.
And then they probably needed. It seems like they were going for the let's not have a lot of people talk. Let the games do the talking.
Yeah.
But they probably needed like one more person out there to like guide it a little bit, or someone out there to say like, all right, that's the VR block. Now here's Call of Duty, because it just left to a lot of confusion about
I get what
Call of Duty.
I get they were going for like just lots of music and like lots of just like let the games speak for themselves, but like that Final Fantasy VR thing looked bad and without
it was unintelligible exactly what that was.
Yeah, totally. I came out of 3 or 4 things during that conference with a bunch of questions and
like
and
the press conference is supposed to be a press conference.
Yeah.
If they were just going to show a bunch of trailers, just fucking upload them to an FTP, right? Like you don't need the orchestra, you don't need that.
Like
stuff.
you're supposed to frame it in a way that explains like what the overall what the next mission for the next year is, and like it just seemed kind of scattershot.
I could have used a 30-second pitch about their vision for Resident Evil.
Right.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Just something a little bit, and we'll get that over the course of the next few days, because that we'll play that in a little bit here. But
I'm also really torn on the like early bit of just like, our system works fine. Like we don't need a new hardware stuff.
It's like
super hollow.
Except that you're doing it.
Yeah, that rang
but
super
also
hollow
like
with that
maybe
stuff.
that speaks to that console is not really a big deal power wise. That's them trying to downplay like the power aspects and going like, oh well, our thing is is coming, but it's not going to be as big a deal.
Like VR works on our machine now.
Right. Yeah. That was the point they were trying to make, but it seemed muddy.
Yeah.
It seemed muddied by them, having the Neo in the wings and acknowledging that it exists and all that other stuff. Like that just seems weird. It seems really weird.
That was weird.
All right, let's go over a couple of the bigger highlights.
What are some of your thoughts, Alex?
All right, so that Kojima thing.
Yes.
Ooh. My thought is, at some point, someone should have probably looked at that trailer and said, maybe we need to explain a little bit about what's going on here. And I don't mean like we need to give you the full overview.
No. Yeah.
Drew understands that.
I mean, that's probably all they have right now.
I mean, I guess.
Like he was just on tours, and they were like, that tour was billed as like, we're trying to pick an engine. Like we're gonna go see what all the engines do.
Yeah.
So
they picked one.
Maybe.
I like that it's far enough along to where he's already doing tests with the engine. He's got a actor in mind and some weird fucking concept of like, he's pregnant and woke up on a beach or whatever.
Nude-ass Norman
Reedus.
Stuff
is happening there, yeah.
I mean, and if that's all in engine, that looked amazing.
Yeah,
sure.
In engine stuff. But like,
him unrestrained sounds great.
But what that engine's even supposed to be doing, I don't...
Just give him free reign and something awesome.
That game's not a PS4 exclusive, right? Didn't they say it's coming to PC?
I thought Sony was...
He's working with Sony specifically.
Maybe I got that
Sony's
wrong.
publishing.
Maybe
I
I got
don't
that
know
wrong.
if that's the case, but
yeah, maybe you're right.
I
don't
know. I mean, that's a weird visual piece, right?
Yes.
Like, there's not really much to talk about. It's just weird looking.
It was just like
disturbing, right?
Kojima is officially untethered.
Yeah. Doing what he wants.
Exactly.
I want to see that thing.
I do too. His baby.
I do too. I know. But it's like
he is Norman Reedus.
Right.
It's like you give him free reign to make whatever he wants. Like, have you paid attention to the writing in the Metal Gear Solid games?
Yes, and that's why that makes me excited.
Over time,
but how much
like,
of that is him, and how much of that is? I mean, like how much of the team comes over. Like, I think speculating as to like Konami's role in this and Konami's lack of role and what that means. I think that none of us are inside that relationship enough to know.
We don't have an idea what kind of game that is. I mean, he said kind of vaguely action, but whatever.
Did they even say that?
That's not really a game yet.
So like
he did say action. Yeah.
So then,
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yes.
Good.
Nice looking demo.
That looks awesome.
Great demo. Great demo.
Gave a very
probably the best demo they gave.
Here's the thing about a good demo. A good demo doesn't need a person on stage and can communicate to you the structure of the game, what the loops are, what you're going to be doing, just through a demonstration. Even if that's like not an actual cut from the game, like that 5 minutes communicated to me the
Gave a-
sort of thing I'll be doing for
great
the course of 20
indication.
hours.
Of that. But they have the benefit of being, what, 8-10 months away from shipping, so
Totally.
they have way more of a game to show.
Yeah, but I also think like that God of War demo does a lot of that also.
Totally.
Yes.
Not as completely, but I think that just they put the HUD elements on screen to let you know you're going to be earning XP.
You can,
Discovering areas.
you can read a lot of the elements of that game from that demo.
I think Detroit did the same thing. Of like, oh, I get it.
I guess,
we'll do the heavy rain thing.
You know exactly
But
what
I knew
Detroit
that.
is.
We knew that because it was a David Cage game.
Right.
Yeah.
It is interesting that they chose to build out an entire trailer that basically just re-emphasized, hey, you know what David Cage makes?
These branching paths.
There are probably plenty of people that don't, because if you think about the numbers, the number of PlayStation 4 owners and what types of users they're getting now and all that other stuff, like they're in a very different position than they were on the PlayStation 3 when those games were coming out. I think. So
The Call of Duty one doesn't do the thing of like, this is what the loop of this is, because it looked at the beginning like it was doing something that Call of Duty games don't, which is not just a linear path. You went to a map, he was looking over different like sites that he could go to, and then went to one. But like, I don't know what that means. Like, or is there just going to be one unlocked at any given point? Is it going to be just pick whatever next mission you want to do, but it's still only going to be 12 story missions? Like, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's the Bend game, which I've already forgotten the name of.
Days Gone.
Days Gone. There we go.
Sorry, name, I guess? I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't know what to like. It's not that the game looks bad. It doesn't. Like, it looks like there's something to it. But it feels like
need to hear more.
It coming on the heels of things like The Last of Us and other various zombie things that have been around.
Yeah.
Like,
there's a lot of zombie properties out there.
Like, if their hook is that there are a lot of zombies on screen at the same time, I don't know that that's enough.
Yeah.
Or I think that like that demo, that seems like what they hung their hat on.
Because again, Dead Rising had that, but also had its own thing beyond that.
Right. I feel like this,
weapons,
its own personality.
You've got the motorcycle, you've got zombies, you've got guns.
it's wacky as shit. Like, that's the whole thing. Whereas this,
no, I mean, I'm saying this is not wacky.
Yeah,
as
that's
shit.
what I'm saying.
So I just like there have been a lot of zombie games in video games over the years. That's not to say that there's not room for one more, but.
Right, it's not that I hate zombies. It's just that like whatever itch of zombie I wanted scratched, I got scratched.
Yeah, zombies are no longer the draw.
Oh,
like zombies are. I mean,
zombies are a backdrop.
I've never been a huge zombie guy in the first place, but I think that they are 10 times more done than modern warfare.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's what I mean when I say that they're the backdrop. Like they enable a lot of other things to be layered on top of that.
It's just interesting that like Sony would get behind another game with a very similar, at least from an aesthetic vibe, like very similar to The Last of Us, from another internal team. Like, this is the project we're going to back for you guys to make.
Very popular.
I guess.
Yeah, but like at the same time, like all you're going to end up doing is making that comparison, and that might not do it any favors.
Yeah.
In the long run.
Looks like even Resident Evil got away from zombies. Like
It just got into horror.
Well, based on that Morpheus demo, we saw like the thing in that is totally zombie-esque.
They were never zombies. It's
Yes. Okay.
Remember.
Yes.
What else?
Spider-Man.
Sure.
Yeah,
That exists, I guess.
Did we know Insomniac was doing a Sony? Like
No, like a lot of the talk prior to E3 was that Sucker Punch was doing it.
Okay.
So the Insomniac name being on that was new to me.
Also, like Insomniac, like very markedly got away from Sony at a point. So it's kind of interesting to see him come back.
I mean,
ever since Fuse took off.
Oh yeah.
If they came to you and said, "Hey, do you want to make a damn Spider-Man game?" I mean, I even getting away from Sony, I would feel like, well, I would think about that for a hot second.
Especially given that Spider-Man is back in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, like it's a hot property.
I would absolutely say no. Like, you want me to come make a licensed games? Like, no, we build original games over here. We're Insomniac.
We make movies.
Like, yeah.
I don't think there's any reason not to do it.
Sure. I mean,
I think that
if you get the budget to do it, Spider-Man swings, and sometimes that's fun.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not. It looked neat for what it was, but
God of War. You know what? Starting it with God of War is like everything else is going to come into comparison to that, and that seemed fun and new and like
just different,
rejuvenating for that franchise.
Yeah,
So.
yes.
It was a recognition that something had to be very different in that thing to capture people's attention,
which I think is smart and right on and very astute. Like that is like if they had just pumped out like even if it was the Norse thing, but it was still. Like chain swords,
that's what I
and he's
expected.
so mad, and he's
That's
fucking, and
that's what I expected.
If it was just all of that stuff again, which I'm sure some of that was represented.
I mean, he's still going to be mad.
I mean,
He got a kid
he's got a
somehow.
son,
Yeah.
so
Seems less cartoonish.
Talking about fucking.
Yeah, like I liked that about it. Like you know,
that more than anything is why I thought it was more of a reimagining rather than a direct continuation, because it feels like a different.
Make it like the Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, totally.
Every time,
different Kratos.
Different
like
Kratos.
Kratos is just an archetype. Like
he's mad for a different reason. They use the anger of time.
I see.
They had that, anything? Well, they had that weird, like they had the Batman VR stuff, and then they had a couple of other
all
VR
Star Wars
VR
block was just kind of
the block was lackluster for me.
I feel like that's that stuff was I guess I came away from that disappointed because you know it's an opportunity with Sony as having a lot of relationships with a lot of major publishers and all that other stuff, and putting out this consumer product probably at a quantity that is higher and more accessible than the other VR headsets. Like they stand the best chance of attracting developers to make big games, and those demos didn't convey that.
Resident Evil 7.
Resident Evil 7, yes, absolutely.
But
Perfect.
them weren't even
that's
demos.
great.
That's exactly what they need to be doing.
Like that Batman thing wasn't even a demo.
Right.
It was a cowl.
But when you look at the thing and you see Batman Arkham VR, that doesn't say to me Rocksteady's making a brand new big Batman.
It doesn't say anything.
But to me, it very much says like they're taking their assets and turning it into a VR thing.
I think
much like the Final
Mark
Fantasy
Hamill.
15 thing was straight up billed as an experience.
I think the Batman thing said VR experience, didn't it?
Yeah,
did it? Okay.
I think it did.
Maybe.
Didn't
I don't
it?
know.
It just said Batman Arkham VR.
Yeah.
Like it did not have
experience.
I think that's all. I think that's all it said.
hashtag wear the cowl.
Yeah, it didn't have a tag beyond that.
Did I put the cowl over the VR headset?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Otherwise, it won't work.
I feel like terms like mission and experience are just becoming poisoned.
Yeah, like the Star Wars Battlefront thing. I mean, they telegraphed that a while ago.
Yeah.
They referred to it as pretty much a mission then.
Yeah.
And you know, hey, like whatever cockpit games are, you know, like E-Valkyrie is also coming to PlayStation VR, and that's your X-Wing style game right there, pretty much.
But who knows if that thing is probably 20, 30 minutes long or something.
As a mission,
if
like
it's literally a mission, you know,
2
like
hours
If
at
that,
most,
right?
Maybe. Like it sounds tech demo.
You know, there's room early on for experiences and for short things available at short thing prices.
But is that what you want to hang your hat on for your press conference?
It's a bullet point. Like you know, when that plays out wide and detached from this video and detached from this stuff, all you hear is, "Oh man, Batman Arkham VR, what?"
Right.
Yeah.
Or oh, Star Wars Battlefront VR, what?
And that's,
you know, like that sounds more attractive than I think the reality of it will end up being. I don't know. I guess I don't know.
I also think that's
if they had someone standing there to say like, hey, here's what this is, like maybe that would have.
We have a combination of things. You know, we have short experiences and we have some big meaty games for you to bite into.
Totally, yeah. And they have such a wide array. Like with the GDC when they showed off VR stuff, it was a good array of, you know, it wasn't like all like you know you didn't have anything on the level of a Battlefront or Arkham or anything like that.
Mostly indie games,
but it was like a good batch of indie games that you're like, I could see myself spending like quite a bit of time with this stuff.
And no big indie games.
Yeah,
no.
They just like didn't even touch on that stuff really.
Yeah. It's like, which is a shame because in the VR space, that's some of the coolest stuff.
Yeah,
right. It was experimental, but I think they've covered that ground a lot. So, you know, I understand why you would say like, oh, let's devote it to our big publisher partners that are making these bigger things. But then you look at those things and go, I don't know that those are bigger things.
Right.
They're just bigger names.
I guess I expected something the size of the God of War demo that would be for VR. That would make me say like, I need to get this.
Well,
the Resident Evil thing was like almost there,
but they didn't show enough.
Yeah. Right, they didn't show enough.
Or say enough.
They showed something that was vaguely PT-like.
Right. Farpoint looks cool.
I want to see more of that.
Assuming that Farpoint is based on the demo that we tried last year.
It feels good?
It feels really good. Okay. It feels really good.
Like, still one of the best VR moments I've had is just the uncanny sensation of, like, you know, you're not hitting a left trigger to aim. You are physically moving the gun up to your eye.
Yeah, and you are walking up to cover and holding the gun around cover and taking shots.
It's awesome.
They didn't show, like, as somebody who hasn't had those demos, like, I still don't know how that stuff works. They didn't show that, right? They didn't show like how that works.
Yeah.
I don't know how you. They didn't even. You had to tell me.
Like illustrating VR to people is really difficult, but it seems like that in the cases where they should have tried, they didn't. I don't get it.
I wonder if they have a launch of. I wonder if they have a big like PlayStation VR like stream. Like
Probably.
They
I don't know. I mean, so
the PlayStation experience will still happen at some point.
Well, that'll be after. So they've still got Gamescom and potentially TGS between now and the launch.
Or Paris Games
It feels this is obviously like complete speculation, but we've had this conversation again and again and again on the West Coast and on the East Coast of like how do you show VR? And we've goofed about the way Sony showed PSVR in the past because it's looked goofy as hell. And like this feels like there was paralysis. Like we can't just put people on that stage with move controllers. We can't do the stupid Jarvis look from Iron Man. Like, so just show first-person gameplay, and that undersells it. If there's something there to be sold, that doesn't sell it to me as saying you need to be playing this in VR for it to be good.
Especially with something like Impulse Gear, where there's a Farpoint. Sorry, if that is something that is you're taking a move controller, putting it into the shell, getting the sub controller for movement, the way they had it set up there. If that is indeed that game, maybe they've changed, maybe they've changed it around. But if that's that game, you need to show someone standing there holding that shit, because when you see that, it might look a little goofy. But when you see a little bit of gameplay of someone taking this gun shell and doing something like holding it around cover, like I was doing with hover junkers or something, like it had that level of like, I'm behind cover, I'm safe, but fuck all these guys, and you're not even seeing what you're shooting at, but you're shooting around the cover and doing all this stuff that is very dynamic and more than you would do in a left trigger situation, and it's cool.
It allows you to make the space tangible and interact with it in a way that you never could before, because you are it's a tactile thing of like reaching around and stuff like that.
Watching you play Hover Junkers definitely made me think like Hover Junkers and like all of that Vive stream. The first Vive stream you guys did was like, oh, I really want to Vive. Like I want to play all this stuff. But it also always looked goofy, and maybe that would have just run against, they thought internally, their like very like
we've got an orchestra. We can't have someone out here with a
fucking goof off.
The whole thing was like very formal.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I wish it was a little bit goofier,
a little bit looser.
A little bit looser.
Just a tad.
I like the orchestra. I think that's a cool touch.
Yeah, it was.
But like Sony has been fun in the past, and this didn't feel fun.
Hey, Crash Bandicoot, big news, right? That's fun.
Like they couldn't even present that in like a particularly.
There was a shadow and some footprints, and then
the bait and switch on that was like sort of frustrating. Even though I don't care about Crash, but like I'm sure some people spent about 30 seconds going, "Holy shit, we're finally getting a new Crash!" And then
like no remasters of super old games, and then
a Skylander,
fucking weird looking Skylander.
I mean, it's also telling that like there just wasn't much of an indie presence in general. Like there just wasn't any, even outside of the VR realm. Like there are big indie games coming to the PS4 this year, and maybe you caught a flash of them in that end montage at best. And they've always been like good about like having stuff there, even if it's just like one demo and then a sizzle reel or something. And it just doesn't feel like that was even really a factor.
This is the first Sony Interactive Entertainment E3. Right?
Oh, it
this
is.
is the first
since the
year
name change.
since the name change
and the
since
reorg or
reorg.
whatever.
And who knows?
It was a very airless presentation, just for all of it. It just felt very, I don't know, like it just none of it flowed together very well, and I just didn't feel like I got a great sense of what was going on here outside of like, well, here's some stuff.
Right.
It was also very short.
It started super strong.
It seemed
well,
short.
it was an hour and a half. I mean,
Okay.
It seemed like not quite. You're right.
Maybe it's just because less people were talking.
Yeah.
Right.
But they've gone long before in the past.
They have.
Like, they've had long press.
But they've had filler like pie charts and stuff. Like it's not always. It was not always.
There's been a lot of longer years.
This was kind of nothing.
Even when they were shorter, they were somehow longer. I totally get the idea of like sticking with the games and all the other stuff. Like we're at that point, some years in on the platform where, those games exist and they're ready to be shown and you've got a lot to say about them. But I think Resident Evil 7 in VR, like that's fucking huge.
That was like crazy.
That's huge. A numbered Resident Evil sequel
maybe
that
actually
is optionally playable start to finish in VR.
That's probably actually the most profound thing from the whole conference.
And God of War.
I'm still not
two big ones.
I'm still not sure that's what they were selling. Like for me personally, like I'm not sure what they were selling with that game yet. Right? Like, do you move around? Like,
I would imagine.
That's the thing.
I didn't see any prompts on screen. The guy opened the lid. Like,
keep in mind, it's not VR only. So yes, you move around.
There was some footage that even looked like it was a third-person game. In some of the footage at the end of it, where it's like I could see someone's back. I could see like a tight third-person view.
I thought that was him watching footage of someone else.
Yeah,
I think maybe that was
right. I think that was gameplay footage.
Maybe if the camera hadn't cut away for the last half of that,
they fucked up.
we would know.
When are we playing that?
Like I felt like going into this,
we have an appointment to see.
It was almost like a car salesman, right? Like being like, "What do I need to do to put you into a VR today?" Right? And like I walked away being like, I think I'm okay. I'm gonna hold back.
Vinny, I really want to make this happen.
Like I feel like they weren't doing a hard sell on it. Like they didn't say why VR, right? They just kind of put VR.
Well, this isn't the first time they've talked VR though. Like I feel like they've.
But it's soon.
Yeah.
You
like
can
they're
go
at the
buy
point
it.
now where they gotta make that
it's
sale.
5 months away.
Right.
Yeah, and most people still have not tried it and still have not tried it firsthand. And there's still people that are very skeptical out there.
And there are other options on the market today. Well, if you get it.
If you order a Vive right now, it's 72 hours. Like the turnaround on it is.
So so as a consumer,
I could go to Amazon and pre-order a PSVR this second.
As a consumer, I'm looking at my VR options and being like, all right, well,
Yeah, they did not. I think they've done better with VR in the past. I think the PlayStation Experience stuff was better at showing a variety of games and making that stuff understandable. Even if it looked a little goofy, even if it didn't work like perfectly all the time. The Richard Marx demo and that sort of stuff.
I left that earlier this year, PSVR thing. I wasn't there, but the coverage from that, I left saying, that's going to be how I play my first VR stuff, is going to be PSVR. It seems like there's a lot there. It seems like that is the best way for me to spend my money. In the time since then, new video cards have been announced at prices that are fairly reasonable. And there's been more done on the PC to make me excited about things like the Vive.
Yeah.
That makes PSVR a harder sell today than it was a few months ago. Yep. And to come away with this, feeling lackluster, that kind of sucks. Now I'm thinking, oh, maybe I don't get a PSVR this year.
There's still no one big VR game, no matter what VR headset it is. There's not that one game. It's like, man, I want to play through that whole game.
I can only do that. Again, Resident Evil, we'll have to see.
Maybe.
But at this point last year, after doing the Oculus Touch demo and everything, I was so excited about VR. That was just amazing. That was one of the best demos I've ever been in. And then now that we're here and they're available and we have these games and we've seen pretty much all the major things, nothing is getting me excited. I've completely lost my enthusiasm for VR. It could turn around if something comes out. I want it to turn around. I love the idea of VR, but nothing seems great.
I think it may have been a little foolish to think that stuff would be there this early into the cycle. But at the same time, they haven't even shown that stuff as the far-flung, hey, this is what's coming out in 2017.
Yeah, the VR stuff here in this press conference felt like a VR demo that you would program 2 years after all the headsets are out and everyone understands the language of VR.
Yes.
Try that as a pitch, and I can only imagine because I have, I've done a lot of VR stuff at this point, as much as you can do, I guess. That felt like if you were coming in cold to VR, didn't really get it, that you would look at that thing and go, fucking what?
That's kind of exactly how, when you talk about, was it the far point?
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh, 2 years from now, I might just understand how
right.
that
I look at that and having done it last year and having done other shooting experiences, I go, well, I know it probably uses the thing and whatever. I know how you control that and why that's important and good. But that demo as a demo or as a trailer on its own, you're just like, okay, it looked like kind of poor gun handling.
You made a shooter.
And some bugs.
So the language hasn't been established.
And it's the same thing with the Resident Evil stuff, which is okay,
No, that one was I'm confused coming out of that one and going I understand how you would do a VR game in a haunted house.
But if you look at that footage, we can't just pull it up here, but if you look at the footage, there were things about the screen shake that were, with the footsteps and stuff that almost made it look like some kind of canned demo and not a concept. Of course, if that game's less than a year away, then they have to have something. I guess we'll go answer that question
we will
shortly.
Play it, so
yeah, we can. But it didn't necessarily read as this is someone playing this game.
That all said, wait, so is that Resident Evil game called
Resident Evil 7?
Biohazard.
It said that, but also, keep in mind they show these trailers overseas, and
what did the press release say? Just
I didn't get a press release. I just got a thing from PR saying, hey, now that it's been announced, here are the games you're going to see at Capcom. Resident Evil 7.
Okay,
that's all. That was the whole title.
Yeah, but it was like numeral 7, not even Roman numeral.
Good logo treatment.
That was cool.
That was really good.
Horizon seems awesome.
Yep. Yeah, it really does.
And the Gears of War stuff. So I don't want to undersell the stuff that was there, but the traditional stuff is the stuff that
God of War.
What did I say?
Gears.
The other bearded old hero.
Understand. GOW looks awesome.
It's great that we're back to that. It's great that we're back to people talking about GOW
on the old warriors in our lives.
Like Marcus is a dad.
Yep.
Kratos is a dad.
Hashtag fuck dads. That's all I'm saying.
Everybody on my fucking Facebook feed is getting married.
Horizon was a known quantity going into this. We knew that game looked impressive, and yes, they showed more of it, and that's fine. A little bit more of the actual progression of it, but we knew what that game was. We understood coming in, so that wasn't surprising. God of War thing was surprising that they went in that direction, but beyond that, I kind of just sat there the rest of that conference. I kind of just sat there going, okay.
I personally like Detroit. I thought
I'll play Detroit.
Detroit, okay. Yeah.
I wouldn't go so far as to say like I'm a David Cage apologist, but I tend to have an okay time with those things.
Yeah.
I like androids.
You can admire the ambition of those games even when they don't work.
And there's always the possibility that they will finally add enough different choices and narrative branches for that to work the way you want it to, right? That's always the thing, is like it's just a factor of like how much content can they make.
Yeah,
right.
I think they actually have a lot to live up to after Until Dawn.
Yeah,
weirdly enough, like those games have enough in common that set
out David Cage.
That game set a high bar. Weirdly enough,
I've heard he is not solo writing this game.
That's good.
So take that for what it's worth.
Listen, editors are useful.
Yes.
As someone who writes a lot, I like having my work edited. David Cage should have an editor.
All of us should.
Kojima's like, fuck that.
Yeah, that thing looked fucking ridiculous, but
sure.
Yeah, I would like to see what that thing actually is.
What is that name?
Death Stranded?
Stranding.
Death Stranding. Okay.
Yes.
Whatever. What does Metal Gear Solid mean?
That name is, again, what happens when you don't say no to Kojima.
Metal Gear is the name of a nuclear bipedal walking tank.
Sounds dangerous.
That in a previous game that was called Metal Gear, there was an agent named Solid Snake. And Solid Snake had to fight the Metal Gears. And so Metal Gear Solid is just kind of an amalgamation of the things from the previous games in a way that they probably thought sounded catchy. And then weirdly enough, that series took off in a way that they made a lot of sequels that just called them Metal Gear Solid, even though they had made multiple games that were just called Metal Gear.
It was 3D though, so it was like solid graphic, like you could get around them like solid.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was pretty solid before with these top-down games and some of this other stuff that they've done. There was Snake's Revenge, very popular, sequel to Metal Gear. There was Metal Gear 2, Metal Gear Ghost Babel, Babel, if you will. Metal Gear Acid was after Metal Gear Solid got popular.
My
they kind of
connection's
decided
getting pretty
to do
laggy. I'm just gonna chill
a side thing. And then they were able to play around in time, which is interesting because even though they had a game that took place before Metal Gear, they still called it Metal Gear Solid.
But it was before that?
3. Even though it was before, so
was it 3 years before?
At some point, the popularity of the term Metal Gear Solid, even though it just sort of seemed like a subtitle for a Metal Gear game
doesn't
originally,
make sense at some point, though, right?
No, it definitely doesn't.
Okay.
It definitely does not, and they'll never make another one again. So you don't really have to worry about it.
Doesn't sound great to begin with. So.
It's pretty forgettable.
Okay.
What if I love gambling?
If you love gambling, I've got a game for you that we can talk about later.
Okay.
It's called CeeLo. I got some dice. We've got a wall over there.
Yeah.
If you want to make a little bit of money,
you know I will.
Well, I'm gonna
cut these
I'm gonna
cameras
bleed you
off.
dry. Playing CeeLo here in this room.
I'm sorry, what?
You done?
Yeah, I'm done. What you guys doing over there?
Are we done?
I think we're done.
Yeah.
It's chilling.
I think we're done.
I look at this wall and I think we've had a day.
I'm gonna draw beer on him.
You got to draw a beard on that man.
You need to draw a beard on the Kratos.
I can do that now.
Yeah, that would be great if you
Just
could
get
put
it up there. Some live artwork.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
And
Could you also draw Norman Reedus from memory?
I can try.
All right.
Okay.
At least his butt.
Can I just turn him into Norman Reedus?
Oh, is that not Norman Reedus?
I'll work on it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Kratos.
I mean, he's got the mustache too. Yeah.
What are other things Dad's
Big
have?
Viking beard.
Newspapers,
Axes.
slippers, pipes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He's only got one eye? What are we doing here?
Oh. Okay. Right.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Oh yeah. That's the Reedus eye.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. You summed up the entire conference in one image.
I kind of get it now.
Interesting
It
interpretation.
all came together.
Yeah.
I get VR.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I get art
His little
now.
belly.
Nope, lost it.
Wait, he's
I was
Rayman?
there for like a minute and then
He's Rayman. What's?
Yep. That's his hand.
Can you
I
draw
don't
some weird
approve.
people floating in the distance for like way too long?
I don't approve of this anymore.
Look at a little happy baby. That baby's happy.
What?
Those are the five people.
The
Those
five
are the
people floating in the distance. Yeah, that helps a lot. Thank you.
This is a Kojima pitch meeting.
Yeah.
So does it all make sense now?
That's how he got the money?
Yeah.
Or how we got fired.
The puzzle of this game is find out what the fuck it means.
Yeah.
Any of it.
He has 3 legs. Dan.
No, that's his dong.
That's his noodle.
No, he's playing
That's his
hands.
noodle.
That's the
Oh,
separation.
it's the middle. It's like that. Okay, I got you. Yeah, it is.
He had hands.
It's like third
Did he?
leg, huh?
Did you see them?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Because he holds them up. They're
Yeah, but
oily
then there
or
were all those
something.
handprints. Maybe those are his hands.
Could be.
And they were gone.
Could be. Oh.
He'll keep coming.
Oh, he's sad.
Sad.
Too. Or he was in prison.
Can you draw some zombies in the background, like just like a lot of
That's
them?
also those 5 people
Yeah,
are also
there are
zombies.
also,
All right.
Yeah, that's the whole.
His leg fell off.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Great.
Got it.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us here for tonight. That was the Sony press conference. We'll be back in the morning. We're going to take a look at Nintendo's thing.
See what Nintendo's doing.
See what's going on.
Which I don't...
Pokemon?
What if they show the new Zelda and it's like you thought Kojima's thing was weird, huh?
Yeah.
Check this
Check
out.
this
It's
shit
a link
out.
with an umbilical cord and then another link.
Okay.
Yeah.
One's a male,
They're
one's female.
linked by the umbilical cord, and they've been that way all along.
AKA the
through
link cable.
time.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we got here?
Thanks.
Looks like
Thanks,
we'll
Drew.
looks like we'll be back at 8:30 tomorrow morning, a half hour. Let's say 8:30, 8:45. We'll be back a little bit before Nintendo starts at 9. And they said that was going to be a big Zelda thing, and then they sent out. It was consumer facing, so I got it from being a member of Club Nintendo. This was not from their PR people.
Oh, good.
And it said like, join us as we kick off with Pokemon Sun and Moon and Legend of Zelda. So I don't know that they'll start with Zelda. And at some point we'll have to leave to go to the show. So I don't know. We're gonna look at the first chunk of that, the first half hour, something like that.
So see you in about 12 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be back to look at that, and then E3 starts, and we'll be able to we'll be able to go see more of these games, and get a sense of what was actually there.
What is a video game?
Yeah. See you then.